What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts around here, Sean the Right Way. And joining me, as always, representing Ohio with some flashy shades, we've got Brent from Brent's Bricks. Also joining us tonight, we need to bring in a ringer on the topic, and so we thought we'd surprise everybody with the one and only, soon-to-be legendary, Lego CPA.
I'd say already legendary.
Yeah, I know. What am I saying? Sometimes I just do a little salad, you know? I don't know. We're going to talk through the Lego Ideas winners, provide an update on that Brickworld on sale, and see what else we can get into tonight, because we are a couple of brickheads. Yeah. Bounce. It is a couple of brickheads coming to you live. Live as live gets, yeah.
We're here. 152.
This Thursday, August 15th. We're at the midway point of the month. I hope everyone's settling in with their new sets.
I think we're ready to see the Barge, man.
We're ready to see that Barge.
We're ready to see it.
Some of us have got a little sneaky poo. But I mean, I want to see.
I want to see it.
I want to see.
I know you, Sean. You want to see the butt on that thing.
Oh,
I know.
There's other parts.
All angles.
Let's be clear.
Front to back.
Front, back, side to side.
Side shots.
Side shots.
Close-ups.
Back shots. Is that a term? I don't know.
That is what it is, actually.
Okay. Anyway, I'm ready. I'm ready to see it unleashed. I think we all want to see those figgies. So I'm hoping it's any day now. It feels like we're in that window, where we should be seeing it.
Yeah. We're there. We're ready.
Really excited for that. CPA, welcome back. It's probably been a little while since you've been on it. You popped in
like,
Brickworld time frame.
Definitely well before Brickworld, so it's always good to be back.
Yeah,
it's great.
How's it really been before Brickworld? Man.
As an official thing, I guess.
Well, what sucks?
One of the wave releases. Can't remember exactly.
What sucks is I was watching CPA's Brickworld recap, and it really. I wanted to be there. I had
a thing. Yeah.
I really wanted to be there because, I was listening back to that. I mean, I know obviously we all love talking about Brickworld so much, but just shout out to those that did mention me a couple times. I was there in spirit, but I really wanted to. I always love talking about Brickworld, but listening to that, that was kind of I feel like the final one. We take take a long time to close out and recap Brickworld. I feel like it's like a good month almost. So I feel like 3 ACOP streams after Brickworld were always just recapping it still because so much happened.
Yeah, just wanted to give it some time to breathe and then have our true,
I
guess filtered thoughts of giving us some time to think about our experiences.
For sure.
So I figured it worked out well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shout out to that stream and everybody that was on there. Shout out to CPA. If you guys aren't following, give him a follow. He hit the little 1 milli on that shorty piece.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing.
Crack the code.
Too much, but it's about to break 2 milli.
Nice.
I'm over here like, hey, our 100,000 one cracked 150. Yeah.
It's still not bad.
Hey, yeah. I definitely am experiencing some imposter syndrome. I'm like, it's very weird seeing 1M next to
Dude, you nailed the topic
products
on the head. If you guys haven't seen it, made a very topical, timely, and really good. I mean, it's got to be the Triple Crown Deadpool video. What was it? Happy Pool? What the hell? I haven't seen it.
It was a nice pool.
Nice pool. Happy Pool.
Sean, you didn't see it? You didn't see
You guys, we need an old man comment ticker every week.
Sean, did you say you didn't see the movie?
Put it in the
yet?
lore, boys. Happy Pool. What's that?
You didn't see the movie yet?
No, I still need to see the second one.
Oh,
I know.
God.
No,
Sean.
so much time on my hands.
I don't even
Jonathan.
think you need to see the second one, if I'm being honest.
No, you really don't. I mean, well, it helps
helps.
to see Logan too.
Well, I have it on D plus. It's not like it's
Yeah.
a 2.5. By
when
the way,
when it comes out, watch it. Definitely catch up
I'll
on it, because
definitely watch
I
it
honestly
again.
like, just to throw this out real quick. I know we don't
Yeah.
we don't give all of our movie reviews unless Tyler's on, and we kind of dive into that. Shout out to Tyler for all of his takes on movies in a serious and
as
sarcastic
poor as they
term.
are, yes.
No, in a serious and sarcastic term. Him and I both feel about the same about Deadpool and Wolverine, or Deadpool 3. But all in all, I think it's super good. I think Deadpool's one of those things where it kind of had like the Grogu effect, or like the Rick and Morty effect. Like, it was everywhere, and it was like, the second one I liked, but I definitely liked the first one more. And so I don't want to say I was like burnt out on seeing Deadpool stuff, but I mean, I didn't have my expectations super high going into this, and it really kind of blew me out of the water with Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was pretty fantastic. I'll leave it at that. Sean, when it comes out on Disney Plus or something, definitely catch up on it.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was pretty great. I know it's rated R.
It's been out for like a week, guys, and I have kids and jobs. You know,
get
like I was like,
but like,
I want to see it.
I wish.
Is it a month? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish. Yes, it's been long.
See, it shows how fast time goes by.
I wish that there was Lego sets from it. I was like texting Sean about it, but I get it. It's a rated R movie, but I mean, I don't know. It didn't have to be branded of the movie, because they've made Wolverine set, at least one before, with Wolverine and Deadpool in it. So they could have.
I mean, even if they do, like, they have the Morbius set, that's not the movie Morbius, it's comic book, but they do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
I would have loved to seen like a $20 to $30 boy, just some light to get just something for the figs. Really, what they could do, whatever with the build. I mean, they could have done something cool with it.
I think they just don't want a bunch of stuff from parents, which it's like, I mean, people are cool with the Anakin decapitation. You know what I mean? Like, you can find stuff that a lot of these characters have done, and we could sit here and play that game, but like, for whatever reason, they don't want to do it. It's whatever. I think it's kind of cool if you had the old one, or if you want to grab the old one and pay the price.
Now Disney does own Deadpool now, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do in the future, because obviously, like, we have seen sets and things come out like well after the movie, and we kind of
Jaws. Anybody?
Well,
I think the problem is, though, like, in those movies, at least the first one, from what I recall, there's a couple of bang sessions in there. So it's kind of like, it's more than just the violence with that. It's the language. There's sexuals,
You're talking about Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no sex in Jaws. That'd be interesting.
But a lot of people kind of think back at Jaws and assume it was rated R. I think it was actually rated PG, but it was because it came out so long ago. Like, if it came out today, it would have been PG-13.
We're really starting off weird here, but I got to tell you, so this is another old man rant, though. No, it's an old man.
We're not going too far off track.
No, it's fine. They're all set related. It's not that. I'm just saying, wow, what a turn. Real quick, what I was going to say is, and then we'll welcome in the legendary Girth Gang. It wouldn't surprise me. Somebody can confirm that. Maybe it was PG. Yeah, it probably wasn't back then. Okay, if you got an R back in the day, like, they used to be super strict.
Mm-hmm.
Like even starting at my age, we'd all do the sneak in, and they really didn't care back then. No, you didn't even have to sneak in. Like, as a whatever year old, I could get into R's. But back then, it was like, basically, you're like, this movie is going to cut out, I'm making up a number here, but like 90% of the audience won't go see it, because you had people that were like way more religious. Like, there's a multitude of reasons you don't want to make an R. But what that did, and what I appreciate about Jaws, is it ended up being one of the scariest movies ever because of what you didn't see. And I just wish there was like more about that. Now, the tech wasn't there. And so, again, old man rant here, but like, we've got so many, CGI, blah, 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 blah. It was kept special. Jason in the early days, Freddy, like especially horror, the less you saw of these guys.
Michael Myers,
all of it. Yeah,
Michael Myers only kills like 4 or 5 people in the first one,
but they're effective, and
because he's like looming the whole time, like it's
that threat. It's that threat.
Yeah.
So anyway, old man ran over, but like that's just. But I'm so glad you reminded me of that, because I'm like, how is this thing? You said it was a PG, and I'm like, how is that still to this day for a lot of people will not go in the ocean because of that movie. Like legitimately,
yeah.
They did such a masterful job and didn't have to work blue or didn't have to cuss or I don't know if they cuss. They probably did a little bit, but they didn't have to do gobs and gobs of blood. Now that if they did a Jaws, man, I mean, the expectation would be there that he picks up the boat, throws it in the air, guy does a backflip, he does a twist out, bites it, and sucks it down.
Well, what's crazy is that just looking back, like if you were to tell somebody back when Jaws came out, dude, one day they're gonna do a shark movie about a megalodon, and it's gonna be this giant freaking shark, and they're gonna have computer technology to where they can make it look incredible and wild, but a lot of people would rank Jaws as a better movie than the Megalodon because
basically the Meg, is what everybody's saying. Yeah, I've seen
the Meg, is what it's called.
And like, sure,
it's cool, but it's not.
It's cool and it's scary, but man, I think the opening scene is a girl going on a night swim and she just vanishes, right? And if you read the book, which God, we got really sideways, but if you read the book, whatever, we deserve to do one every once in a while. But if you read the book, I challenge anyone just to read like the first chapter. It's terrifying. It's like so good. And it's like, I know I'm going to say, the old stuff a bit, but in this case, it just definitely was because it's a fear of the unknown. And inherently, I think a lot of us, I grew up in Florida, we're always wondering as we're swimming out, always movie or no movie, like what just brushed on my leg. I mean, it sticks with you. So great topic to make a movie on regardless. But
listen, CGI is amazing, but there's something about like just practical effects, like when in the right moment. Like, I used to, dude, I love Harry Potter. I'm a fan, but dude, like Voldemort's a creepy dude. And like, if it would have been a completely CGI character or something like that, maybe wouldn't have came off as so creepy. Like I used to get like, even from the first movie, granted, give me a break, guys, but the first movie came out in 2001. I was only 7, but you didn't even see Voldemort's face. It was just like a cloaked character, and that used to freak me out, dude.
Right.
Like it was just a dark cloaked character.
So anyways, to summarize this chat, I would say, and even in the Harry Potter instance and everything else, less is more. People have records of amount of screen time Boba had, amount of screen time or lines that Vader had. It was very, very low, but very impactful. So don't know how we got there, but that was my observation.
We were talking about Deadpool because you haven't seen it yet, and then we went on a little bit of a movie talk for like 4 minutes. It's all right.
Warming up the crowd.
Less is more with most things.
Lego makes sets based off of movies and properties. This thing happens here sometimes, you know.
I mean, Tyler brought up a good point. I'm surprised that Deadpool is already at Disneyland. That kind of surprises me a little. I mean, from a business standpoint, makes sense. Perfect.
Well,
yes, I would say do it, but just from a kid-friendly standpoint.
So here's the deal, though. Disney is basically getting blitzed right now in a big way by Universal, and they're going to have to amp up their adult content if they want it, not that kind of adult content, but they have to amp up their content for older folks than their core demo if they want to get like the cool kids or whatever you want to call it, that 18 to 24, I guess, is where a lot of people have a dark age before they come back and have kids, and then they bring their kids, because with the IPs that Universal has and this new park opening in Orlando, they are eating their lunch in that age segment, and so they want to try to get some of that back. So I think it is cool that they're bringing Deadpool over. And I mean, again, it's kind of the responsibility of the parent. I think just walking up and seeing him, he looks like a regular superhero, so there's nothing overtly offensive. And if your kid knows who he is, it's kind of like, well, that's on you, dude.
Well, you're seeing,
you let your kid watch Deadpool, you can't complain about him.
Yeah, well, and you're starting to see even on Disney Plus, like just random horror movies popping up on there and stuff now, that like just because obviously the contract they have with like these like Fox and all these other companies, it's like it's over time more and more stuff will be showing up on Disney Plus, and that's why it wasn't all at once. Yeah. But no, like, and Tyler had a good point too there. It's like, if they're gonna have 18 plus sets, why not actually have 18 plus sets? Because you see 18 plus.
It's not literal though. We always bring this up, but it's not. It's just not
the skill level.
It's more. It's not even the skill. It's not.
But
even
it's
that.
not.
It's not
Target,
the skill.
Target. audience.
It's to target the audience, but then it also inherently targets younger builders who want to feel edgy that they qualify to buy.
Sure.
It's beautiful. It's like when we've talked about this before. It's when we all wanted explicit lyric albums back in the day, or CDs, if you guys
see. The people in the chat love that we're talking about Deadpool, so we're good.
Yeah. Well, apparently everybody loves watching. Hearing about blending Lego with Deadpool somehow.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like ever since we started this, movie-ish discussion,
CPA wants to talk about Deadpool the rest of his life. He might do it.
I've already got the next one.
There you go.
Works.
Yep. Here's how I made an alive pool. First, you take
a live pool.
I don't know.
Well, the thing is too. Last thing I'll say about Deadpool, and then we'll move on to the next thing. But I know you haven't seen the movie, Sean, but it's not a huge spoiler. But you know about the multiverse, right? Marvel, right?
Yeah. Am I aware of the multiverse? Yes.
No, I'm just saying, like the multiverse, right? Okay, yeah. And so
I'm up to speed, except the Marvels, I think. So
they dip into the multiverse kind of thing a little bit, so you can imagine the different types of Deadpools and Wolverines and things that you might see.
Sure.
And, I mean, this whole movie could have had its own CMF. Imagine that, CP. Dude, the whole. I mean, you're kind of dabbling in that yourself. Hey, you can design the series, but like, dude,
I don't know if Madam Web counts, but I didn't watch that either. But
I haven't yet.
You are not alone.
I don't think anybody's watching.
I haven't watched it.
All right, let's
shout out to old girl that plays the one character that's like hot or whatever. She's cool, but
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney, that one. Yeah.
The girl that's hot or whatever. All right,
I don't know, dude.
Let's put it in the lore book. Timestamp it.
Lore book.
Shout out to Sydney Sweeney.
Replay gang. Mrs. Brent's Bricks. We'll send that over. And now,
go ahead. That's fine.
And now, let's welcome the one and only, the legendary.
Let's do it, man.
Girth gang. Girth.
All right. 17 minutes later, we got you guys. We got some supers and stuff we'll get to after this. We see you guys. We do see the super chats. First comment of the evening. We got Steezy, channel member as well. Lord, another channel member. Oh, there's more. I didn't even go all the way back. I stand corrected. Shout out to Cool Han Luke with the first comment of the evening. Also a channel member.
UK boys.
UK boys. Shout out to the UK boys. We got Lego Timmy in the house. We got Liam in the house. Papa Strip in the house. Another channel member. Special shout out to you guys. We got Cooper, Kayak legend, Brickworld legend, Oscar, another Brickworld legend. We got the Brick Fanatic in the house. Will in the house as well. Lego Lockin'. We got Lightning Lord, another channel member. Special shout out to you, sir. Let's get up to some of these more recent ones. Dave Brick 76.
Girth gang.
Another channel member. Special shout out. Dave Brick 76. Ooh, I see some new members in there. We'll get to you guys. Moments of the magic in the house. What is good, moments.
He just celebrated like his 58th anniversary with us. You know?
Nice. He did, yeah. Like 18 months or something. CPA's in the house, guys. And he's on the stream. What up? We got Papa Trip in the house. You guys are the best showing up. These are still pre-play gang. Let me scroll up a little bit more. Boda Bricks in the house. Another channel member. Special shout out. Boys. Let's see. We got Anthony in the house. Another channel member. Whittaky. Another member of the UK boys in the house.
So damn girthy.
We got Chess 98 in the house. Brick Jedi in the house. Another channel member. Special shout out to you, sir. Yeah. Shreddy in the house. What up, Shred?
You know the rules.
What's good, Mayo?
Make a heater comment, gets pulled up. And, of course, another way to do that is we got a couple of supers we got to get into, Brent.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Tyler already, obviously.
Tyler. Oh, by the way, guys, Tyler will be joining. He's wrapping up a Facebook Marketplace deal. Yeah. Because, of course, he is. Yeah. So he'll be on to talk about tonight's main, which is the ideas winners. We're very excited to discuss those. I think I'm unquestionably the most happy with these selections out of everyone on the panel. Be curious to see what
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, I want to see what
I might have alternate reasons, ulterior motives.
I assume that was the case but I just want to caution you, all of you you kids tonight. Do not dog on either one of these films. They're both fantastic films, and these sets are going to do very well. One in particular, I think, will do very well. Okay, actually, they might both. We'll get into it.
Yeah. I think they both will do well.
First comment of the night. Brent's still flipping through things.
No, sorry, guys.
Go ahead, Brent. We got a super.
Ostef again with the weekly 501 super chat and the weekly reminder of the countdown to Brickworld 2025. Only 289 days till the Monday landing, 305 days till the big event. Thank you guys all for what you do. Best night and time of the week. Much love. He got it right down to when he's landing and right down to when it starts.
That's crazy.
Love it. And his pick, he did write in a little bit later. It's becoming the most played song, Brad, I'm afraid, and I'm so glad you're on board. CPA hates it. He knows where we're headed with this. It's about that time.
I remember the time when Eddie went freako, when he grew up fast and Batman was his freako. Came out swinging his saber longer than a light pole. I remember, yeah I do. His midi-chlorian shot right through.
I'm watching Mr. CPA on the.
I have to say I'm coming around to it.
I'm watching. He's just disgusted off camera. We need to get. How do I do that?
I didn't like it at first. I still feel indifferent about it, but
CPA,
I think now,
you're
now
handy
that I
with
got
the tech.
set, now that I got the set, I don't know. Brings it full circle.
Things have changed. I'm thinking, and it might be risky, and I might regret it later. But I'm thinking, since we have like the premium StreamYard now, I'm thinking for like a bonus content maybe thing, I could swing. Like, look, we've got Brent's card cam. You see where I'm headed with this? I'm wondering if I could point one at the green room, and so we can get reactions. Although it's kind of small, so I'm not sure. We'll have to brainstorm on that. But I would love for people to see how hard Brent rocks out. We rock out.
We should be able to show it with like us on the side over there, right? Like,
we'll have to look into it.
Just like when we screen share.
Multi-cam that.
No, what I would do, Brent, is I would set up like my phone or another camera to point at basically a reaction cam to stuff. When we do a screen takeover on the supers, nobody's able to see.
I didn't know if we could treat it like we do when we screen share, like when we bring up Lego.com.
I think you could.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like when we bring up Lego.com, it's got us on the side, and then you know what I mean.
Yep, I get it.
I don't know if there's a way to.
I just don't know if I can drill it down to like a rectangle that I would want. I'm sure there's a way.
You probably just have to like pinch and zoom in on the browser, so it'd get a little awkward. But
I wonder if there'd be any feedback. All right, we'll play with it. We'll workshop it. Shout out to Whittaky and the UK boys, who, from what I understand, are going to have another special presentation. I think there was a little bit of a time off, but they're coming back hard with another special presentation for everybody. I believe it's this weekend. I believe somewhere in there. Check your local UK boys listings. I believe it's on the Padawan HQ channel.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
All right, got another super, Brad.
Dude, this one's coming from Liam Bricked the Bed with the 2 Australian. I know where you can stick that GWP. Much love. That's a funny comment, and I think for that we'll run GWP.
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has fed. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP
deep inside of me.
I was going hard that time.
Yeah,
that's a banger. That just like
I filmed it with my camera. Maybe we could do something with it. Although the audio won't be there. That's
that one. That one just gives like 2006 like punk rock vibes. I love it.
Those are the vibes.
All right, we got some. I believe some of these are renewals, Brent. But let's go ahead and welcome
Yeah.
everybody back.
So Rob Claxton back for a month, but I feel like he's been around for longer than a month. But welcome back, Rob. Always the Girth Gang door is always open. So we always appreciate the renewals. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Rob.
Terminator, you full well know the answer to that question. You full well know.
We got Dave Brick, 76. Yeah, 13 months, long-standing member.
13 months.
Been writing with this crew for a while. We'll keep writing till the wheels fall off. Thank you, sir. I've seen the channel grow so much. Cheers, Sean and Brent. Thank you, bud. Means a lot.
Means a lot, Dave. Yeah.
Thanks,
That's
dude.
awesome, man.
That's awesome.
Then we got another Dave coming through. Oh, wait. I won't skip. We'll go to Austin, and then we got another Dave in there.
Austin celebrating 8 months. We played his Annie for him.
Yeah, Austin for 8 months. And we got another Dave. Dave GG. We got 2 Daves in the Girth Gang channel member group there. But good evening, guys. It's been a while. Yeah, it's always good to see you, Dave GG. We appreciate your membership for 6 months, man.
Yeah, man.
You're the best 2 Daves I know. You and Dave Brick 76.
Yeah, we appreciate the Daves. And also, I believe CPA, who heads up all of our wonderful Discord and is opening new threads and forums constantly, keeping everybody on their toes. I believe you introduced a new one for Chan members. Is that what happened this week?
The old Primo chat. Just like to give a little something extra to our the channel members here. So they get that special role with that beautiful red name color badge, if you want to call it. So
yeah,
giving them that special channel as well. It's nice.
There you go.
I think it's helpful. So
yeah, guys, definitely get on the Discord. Awesome place for a hang. Always, it's pretty newsworthy, actually. You can find the Falcon is around a lot. Falcon's around, so if you're interested in interacting with the Falcon, myself, Brent, CPA, all the legends here in the Girth Gang, swing on by, give it a whirl, But if what we're saying is, if you are a channel member, there is a thread that's exclusive to those, and I think you get, like you said, you get like a icon or a badge, and your name's in red and Sith red. Yeah,
special role.
Special role.
You pop out amongst the others,
the normies.
Yeah. It's kind of like on here when or at least on the StreamYard end, if you're a channel member, your name's green, then you have that badge.
Same concept.
And then the mods are blue.
Yeah. So guys, I'm working on trying to. This is just a complete sidebar, but definitely on topic of Lego. I am trying to figure out a strategy for the sale barge. I just want to make that clear as far as going big with a video, going to a physical Lego store, early days. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking hotel, stream from the hotel, stream before.
Oh, what? Because is your Lego store kind of far from you then? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit. I may not have to do all that, but I'm thinking for the hype, it would be cool.
How far is is it in more than an hour?
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half. It's not something that's unreasonable to knock out in one day, but I'm just saying for the hype, it would be fun.
Right. Oh, it would be cool.
Roll out of the rack, go over there. I don't know. Just trying to think of.
Well, because if you
really want to celebrate the best set of our lives, and I feel like, a little bit of I feel like a little bit of a staycation might be in line for, if there's ever a set worth just blowing senseless money on a hotel room, would be that. Because I might want to take it back to the hotel room, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At least treat to dinner first.
Yeah, a little respect.
No, a lot of people have their little not hobby. What is it? Traditions, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've seen people drink peanut butter smoothies and all that stuff. I like to swing the new sets over by the food court, maybe get a Sarku or something.
Take a lap or something.
Little lap, a little
box.
Yeah. I want people to be like, is that the, and I'm like, it, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, dude,
I'll be wearing the Barge Boys shirt. It'll be pretty obvious what's going
on. That's a really good reason just to take a little staycation. When a big UCS set comes out, just take a week off, work on it a little bit every day, take some time. It's great. There's still some big girthy giant UCS esque sets that I want to get before they retire. Like the Bugle comes to mind, the big Hogwarts castle. But I will say, Sean, you talking about the getting Barge Boys on day one, that might be like my second biggest Lego purchase other than everything I got at Brickworld this year. So
you might D1B?
The way you're talking about it, man, I don't know.
Brent is very susceptible to hype.
He knows,
and he's also very backs out of these things too. So we'll see.
When's it come out?
We need to do like
first.
We need to do a barge fund for the channel.
Is it October?
Double
1st?
Barges for the boys. Like it'll be October 1st. Dude, that'd be cool if we could do like a simulcast of us both buying them in different. Ooh,
I
we
know.
should talk about that.
Wait, so it's October 1st?
I believe it's October 1st is the latest. Okay. It could be one of those weird things where they do it on the 3rd or something too.
Let's see what day of the week 10-1 is.
But it'll still.
I think it's a Friday. Tuesday. Yeah. See, it's a really weird. But that's actually good for me.
It's good for me too.
It's a fairly inconsequential day for me for work. I remember.
Same. I already have Tuesday on.
All right. So, anyways, guys, there's going to be something in the works for the Barge. We'll figure it out. We'll do it up. And people's requests, there'll be a short, of course, but I'm talking full vlog. I want the whole experience. Maybe go live for a little bit. This is it. Something awesome. Here we go. Yeah, he is asking: is the Barge scene one of your favorite scenes or something? You seem attached to the Barge. Is there a story behind it?
Favorite movie?
Yeah, it's my favorite Star Wars movie. It's the first one I ever saw in theaters. That's the first scene in the movie that I saw. I don't know, just something about it. I think it's a ton of. I'll say this again so that everybody, because CPA likes to dog on the set. It is an environment set. To me, it's as cool as the Ewok Village or the Cantina, or it is much, much more about the characters and the figs and what happened. You guys know me. I'm usually for the set guy, and I want the complete thing, but this is definitely, it's the Barge itself is definitely more of the backdrop. What happens there and the fact that it takes up the first 30-40 minutes of the movie, it's a pretty significant sort of set piece. So, and as far as why I'm attached, I don't know, just definitely nostalgia. That's why a lot of us are here for a lot of this stuff. But I don't know. I always loved it. You got Luke at the beginning to be at the absolute height of his powers there, just coming in like a hoss.
We're all most excited for Max Rebo. Come on.
You got Reeves coming out. I've almost pulled trigger on Reeves so many times for like stupid money. We get another crack at Leia. There's also very practical Lego collector reasons why I'm very excited about it.
Terminator brings up a really good reason. What would make this set, based on what you already know, what would make it fall flat?
Nothing.
Is there anything yet?
I know enough. I already know enough.
It's got to be a heater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The size. I think there's one thing that could fall on its face.
I don't think it falls flat, but it would piss me off.
If it's too small and you can like barely fit minifigures in there, and Jabba like takes up like a whole room, and you can't do it like.
Yeah, Sean. So do you know the interior, the level of the interior? Do you already know that? Because I feel like
that I don't. I haven't. I've gotten from what I've heard, it's good, but I haven't gotten any But I can tell you what I can tell you. We're allowed to describe things, right? I'm not flashing a picture, but what I can tell you is think. It will be smaller, I think, than most people expected, but it won't be small. It's 5,000 pieces, and it's all in the Barge and in the figs, So there is no Sarlacc pit on the side. There's no,
Well, no, there's no Sarlacc. I just didn't know if there was.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. So 5,000 pieces has to go somewhere. So if I'm telling you it's not super duper girthy, but then I'm also telling you it's dense with pieces, what does that tell you? It means it's very detailed.
Is it going to be $500?
Or $550.
I keep hearing $500 to $550. I don't know any more than anybody else on that. Maybe we could get the Falcon to chirp, but I keep hearing back and forth on it. I think it would be wise to keep it at $500, especially with the. But if you look at $500, I heard this the other day. If it's $550 plus the $80, that puts you to $630, which is kind of, if you buy the pit, that puts it closer to where maybe they would want to be, which was close to that Venator price last year. So I don't know if there's any merit to it. I think if it would have perfectly synced up, that would have been a better
It would be
narrative. But
you know what would be really cool on release day is like because okay, as far as we know, there's no. Is there a gift with purchase exclusive for it? Isn't it a lightsaber?
I mean, that's a rumor. I haven't seen anything.
Okay, so
it's the Luke Jedi Return of the Jedi lightsaber.
So
is the rumor. That's the rumor.
If it's like Venator situation and we don't get an exclusive gift with purchase for Star Wars, it would be pretty cool if because they could totally just do this. They don't have to make anything new. But how cool would it be if it was like if you buy the barge, you get a sail barge for free, or you get it for like half off or something. You know what I mean? That would be cool. They could do that.
The Sarlacc, you mean?
Or yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I was like, buy a barge, get another one. Okay,
get a barge,
maybe
get another
I'm listening
barge.
now. Maybe I'm into it.
No, but it would be cool if they could be like, if you buy barge D1B, you could get the Sarlacc for half off. Like that would be pretty cool because it would be kind of like getting a unspoken gift with purchase because you'd be getting $40 off something. But
I think like down the road they could do that, but there's no need at the peak of everybody's loners to pull that move right now.
Yeah, because
I think it's a novel idea and it would be a nice thing to do and all that stuff.
But it'd be something they would save like after the barge is out for a year.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if you didn't already buy the Sarlacc pit,
I don't recall them ever doing anything like that. Like
I don't think they have. That's what I'm just saying. It's a new kind of idea.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's cool.
They haven't done anything like that. But...
Brent, do you have any sabers yet?
I only have Luke because I got the AT-AT
on launch.
I'm in the same boat as well.
Okay.
I don't have the freaking Yoda. The Yoda.
Just to be clear, I have both.
The Yoda's just dummy expensive, and like I'm not spending money to get.
No, I don't blame it.
It's tiny, isn't it? Pretty small.
Yeah, and it didn't even come with the cool box. At least the Luke has a cool box.
Yeah. No, that box is sweet.
So mini
this is a good
plus box.
This is a good chance for everybody to get that. Where I was going with my description though is. So it'll be smaller than most people expect, just like the Star Destroyer. But as we're seeing in this review, the recent Star Destroyer, the August one, as we're seeing in reviews and uppy closies and people actually building them themselves, they're like, well, hold the phone. I mean, you know, they're very impressed with the texture, so to speak. You know, yeah, it's smaller, but overall they appreciate the build a little bit better. It's more sturdy. It's blah blah blah.
I mean, certainly it's minifig scale. That's got to be be a gimme.
Well, you can yes, I've seen them hanging out. So yes, they're there. So it's minifig scale. Yeah, to be clear, we're not talking about a MIDI sail barge here.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't know is, and maybe there's some sleuths out there. I guess Brent had to take an emergency leak. Is I haven't seen a side by side with the play scale. You know, there's a lot of people going way off the rails, going, it's just going to be simply a play scale with a price hike. And it's just like, just wait till you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could be wrong. I haven't seen the exact thing, but like I said, I feel like I've seen enough to where I'm pretty excited about it, pretty optimistic. And I will be honest with you, if I am disappointed, I will share I'm disappointed. I will.
Like,
It'll be.
What would it sounds like? I mean, I know what you mean. You've seen enough. It's
like I mean, like, look, okay,
really
you're going to tell me,
like,
let's go.
What
let's
will
go.
It take? Like
the
figs are just
let's do that.
Not detailed, or they're just not. Is
if
that what it?
Two things. Two things would bring the high down. All right. Still coming home though, because again, from a collector's standpoint, I don't have any of the other ones yet because I figured this was going to happen. We've been hearing about it for at least 2 years now. The other ones, new in box. I don't like buying the used stuff. We all know about dick hands and stuff like that. I don't like to, get involved with those. Those are $400 or $500 sealed, or the one I wanted was. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's almost practical too. So to answer your question though, what would like really bring me down would be once we get the full view of the butt and the internals and all that stuff. Like if the player that would be a bummer. But it's like we got to ask ourselves this: how often are we really? We're not playing with it. I think it would be cool if the door or the hatch could swing open and you could have the scene, and that could be part of it, AT-AT style, UCS style. And that's what I'm hearing it is. But like, let's see.
It has to have some sort of opening.
Yeah. So it's like if it's not that, would bring me down. And to your point, we haven't gotten an ultra clear shot of most or damn near all of the figs, if they were all just horrible. You know what? If they put like a wetsuit or a robe on Leia, that would be like swimming Leia. I don't know. That would probably, and again, it's just for accuracy. I guess I would say the same thing we all get upset about when things aren't accurate, you know?
I feel like for Leia, at least, since you brought it coming to mind, like thinking, you know how they gave Rex the very oversized ammo pouch? I feel like they're just going to overprint the whole front, and it's going to be like this huge, overtly large print, just to
like a
make sure
Wonder Woman full coverage situation?
Just so all the spots are covered, and there's just no room for any sort of questions, I guess.
Han and I think someone else earlier mentioned, can you pot your mic up a little bit, CPA?
Yep, I just should have bumped it a little more.
You sound fine on me, but I got cans on. Yeah.
Let me know, cool, Han.
All right. Did I just miss, sorry for circling back to this CPA, but did I miss that a legend is in the building? We have
the legend of the night. One of the two legends. I think according to you, you'd probably say, because I'd have to guess you're looking more towards Goonies. The Goonies set?
I mean, if we want me to crown the man, we're talking about Delusion Brick.
Yeah.
Delusion Brick is a heater, man. I mean, unbelievable. Made my friggin' Lego month, possibly next year, because as of right now, this is slotted into possibly second or third best set of my life. He is
of your life,
of my life, because I have also amazing. A very deep connection with the Goonies as an old guy. I hope some of the Girth Gang does as well. If you haven't seen it yet, from what I understand, with fresh 2024 eyes, I know it won't have the impact. So I'm kind of bummed you kind of had to see it then for it to probably feel as special as it did back then. Right time, right place, all that stuff. But you talk about a rewatchable. This is one of those ones that, for whatever reason, is in probably the top 5 movies I've watched the most in my life.
I mean, even if you just look at the cast and you see where they are
legends
now,
everywhere.
And it's like,
legends.
There's no way the movie could have gone any other way.
As Randy Piper. What's your best?
One at a time, buddy.
Oh, these certifications or something?
Yeah, I think he's asking about doing a CPA exam, just quick and dirty. Do the hard ones first. Get a study thing like Becker, and just you got to do everything. You got to read the book. You got to do the work, and you'll pass them. And
I do love hearing and seeing comments like this with Skeleton Crew giving Goonies vibes. It remains to be seen, but I hope so. I hope so. Fabu with the Hey You guys. So it's one of those things. It is a generational thing, I think. Curious. I'm kind of like in my head going like, what's going to be more successful now? Do we have an idea, CPA? It's early, of a price point. Do we know what we think based on what we know? And I know they're going to, unfortunately, or fortunately, it's getting made, so that's a good thing. But they're going to do their thing before it comes out. What do we think this thing's going to come in at?
So in our conversations, he had shared the piece count, and I don't think he would mind sharing it if I could remember. But I do remember, if he doesn't want to share himself, it's a very beefy set. No surprises. I think it's like 30 inches long. So it's a huge, his design is huge.
Yeah, so maybe they bring that down. Who knows what's going to happen?
The constant discussion is just how are they going to charge $300 for this thing? Probably not.
What is the highest price? I was thinking about that. What is the biggest ideas set?
Was Stranger Things Ideas?
Or was that Icons?
Before it was Icons, it was something. What was it called?
I have it sitting somewhere. I just don't know if I could see it for a while.
It's not in the Stranger Things list. So, okay. It's not in the ideas list that I have here. So looking through prices.
All right, let's get this pulled up as we're talking about
it. The tree house was $250. It was Ideas. Or it was 2 and then maybe raised to $250.
That's true.
So Barrick, and here's what I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, we got the set there. So looking at other stuff, the grand piano was $350.
Okay.
Oh,
so there's
that was ideas.
okay. So
that's
there's some precedent.
huge.
Okay.
Home Alone was $250.
Home Alone is ideas too. Oh man, I forgot.
4,000 pieces for Home Alone.
All right.
I still need Home.
All right. So all right. Precedent
So
set.
there's some pricey boys.
Coast is clear for a expensive, hopefully fully fleshed out set.
Are
Obviously,
you saying there's a green light for girth?
there's a green light for girth. All systems girth. All right. Look. Here's the deal. I am stoked. For those of you that don't know what we're looking at here, this is One-Eyed Willie's ship. Very important scene. The movie's been out. It's as old as I am, I think. So, I mean, I don't know if it's spoilers, but this is, cover your ears for 30 seconds.
From the
everybody,
Gremlins? Is that what you're talking about? That's what this is, right?
Oh boy. I hope you're kidding, Brian.
Okay.
So anyways, this is Goonies for those of you that need
Goonies. I've seen Goonies one time, but only one time ever when I was like 13. I remember loving it.
You need to rewatch. Yeah, you're gonna show it. You could definitely show it to your daughter. She'll love it.
It's only available for stream for free on Tubi. Everywhere else, you have to rent it for $4.
Rent it.
But I would imagine it's money well spent.
I own it on DVD.
Mark can vouch for Goonies. Old heads are going to love this, but I do think there are situational younger folks whose parents force them to watch it and they love it. Okay, so this is One-Eyed Willie's ship, and this is kind of what they're after for the whole show. You haven't seen it, CPA?
No, I haven't seen Goonies.
This is unbelievable.
I plan to watch it this weekend.
Actually, seeing this set, it's inherently a spoil. It's kind of like one of those things where, you know, you see the set of the Marvel movie and you're like, this guy's in it? No way. So sorry, you're seeing this ship and it's like pretty right off the bat. I don't know why
I don't remember like a big boat being in the Goonies. I know I watched it though, but it's been like 15 years.
All right. So this is One-Eyed Willie's ship. What I love about it, absolutely love about it. First of all, that they thought to make this, because I have thought about like what would be the scene there, and there's so many awesome things. There was in a lot of ways, I think they paved the way for Home Alone in terms of like the traps and the gadgets and that kind of stuff. They really did a lot of that stuff a full, I guess, 5 years before. So there's a lot of that. I'm expecting a lot of fun with the set, Easter eggs all over the place. I mean, I can see what I can see so far.
Oh, they made it Goonies too?
No. Just a video game. We've all don't tease us with that. We've all waited for Goonies too. We've all written scripts for Goonies too.
This is what the meme where he's like, "I'm gonna take care of you," and he's like, "Ah."
It's so sad.
You're gonna live with me now.
It's just sad that this is a meme for everybody. It's unbelievable.
So if you want to see more pictures for the Goonies set, I've linked it in private to the original submission.
Are they gonna have the guy?
Is this it? CPA looking good. Oh, wait, I need to switch screens.
Yep.
I've got it here.
So are they going to have the minifig of the guy when the dude's like, "You're going to live with me now"? He's like, "I'm going to take care of you."
That's a whole discussion in and of itself because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minifigs that.
And that is wishful thinking, and I hope we can get it in there. Let's see. From left to right, let me test myself here.
Name them off.
All right, left to right, we got Mikey, we got Chunk, we got Mouth, who's my favorite character. Go figure. Data, it looks like, and then we've got Andy. Oh, what is her name? What is her? I know her real name. It's Martha. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name in the middle? Guys, help me.
Neither of us know.
Call it out.
I've seen it 15 years ago in CPA.
No, I don't expect any of you guys to know this.
I'm talking to chat. Okay.
We got Bran. We got Sloth.
Sloth is the guy that's like.
Yep. Yeah. We got Mama Fratelli and the Fratelli brothers. I know one of them's Francis. Steph is a girl in the middle. Thank you. I would have got it eventually. Yeah. See, I was gonna say I know her name's Martha. That's her real name. I don't know why that stuck with me.
Data is short round. Nice.
Data is short round. So there's precedent. I think he didn't come out in this last wave, right? But he was supposed to, right? As part of the Temple of Doom set. So hopefully they got him ready to go for this.
I mean, Tyler, the no leg prints actually helps them potentially get more minifigs. Honestly,
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, no, that's the Marvel effect. No leg, or no, wait, some of them are dual molded, right?
Well, so the short legs,
Or is that just the
those are all
lighting?
done
No, it's just the
correctly.
base, yeah.
These are definitely. So what we're looking at is the 4 kids, and then so this is Sean Austin on the far left, or Aston. What is
Aston,
it?
yeah.
Sean
Is that the
Aston.
guy that's like, I'm gonna take care of you?
No, that's Chunk. That's the chubby
yeah.
kid.
Oh, okay.
He's stuck on that line.
You're gonna
I
live
know.
with me now.
You should probably watch the movie.
I own it on DVD. I'm gonna watch
It
it. Very
doesn't
soon.
mean anything. You got to watch it, dude.
I have once ever.
I
but
have
it's like-
access to Harry Potter. I've never watched the thing. I mean, having it means nothing.
No, but I actually did watch it. It's just
All
been
right.
16 years. Like,
All right, so this is like a little carousel here. So I like the idea. I mean, again, I
wait,
don't
what?
necessarily.
So it's
I
gonna be
don't-
like a dollhouse style shit.
Yeah, I like it because I don't necessarily need to see 2 sides of the ship. We all know it's going on a shelf. So I like this idea of cracking it open and what you have on the backside. Let me get a still of that so I can explain. And I'm sorry, there's going to have to be a little bit of spoilers. And again, it's been 100 years, so I
Unreal.
apologize. Everybody should, it's not going to ruin it. You guys should watch it. This is so beautiful. To get to this item on the other side, this is kind of reliving parts, significant parts.
It's linear, right? With the
It's
story.
linear. Yeah, it's very linear with the story. Starting with the top left, this is a restaurant in the movie where they're led to by a map, and this is kind of where they start to embark on finding this very special thing.
So none of these rooms are actually in the ship in the show.
No,
They're just,
no.
like,
What
different-
they've done is Delusional is brilliantly decided to just not make the full ship, which is cool, and it definitely has a lot of significance. But I think where this is going to be a real heater, and he might even be selling a 2-piece to I mean, I'm telling you, the fan club boys are going to buy both for sure. There are people who ride for this hard. This is their main, like Star Wars is other people's main. I mean, there are people who live for this movie, and I'm telling you right now, doing this, put it this way, this was more brilliant even than what they did with giving the DeLorean, 3 different looks from all 3 movies. I think if this is more of a reason, what's going on here, to buy 2 copies of this might be the most important
one with the ship and one
Absolutely.
with the cavern.
If you're into it enough, and it's not going to be everybody, and I get that, but there is a percentage out there that's going to buy 2 because some are going to love that they can have One-Eyed Willie's ship, and some are going to love this. And now, practically, you could just spin it around and say hello to your friends and swing it around. Sure, but I mean, if you want to really go all in, you can definitely do that. So basically, yeah. So what you're seeing here is, the start of the adventure, which they go down the stairs and into cavern, and all these cavern scenes are all things that happen in the movie on their during their adventure. And to me, what really got me hyped, and I knew this guy knew the subject matter, obviously way backwards and forwards, but I love, and I really hope they include it, is the damn slide at the end. When I was a kid, I know for a lot of people, the slide scene was everything, and it was so cool that he put that at the end. So that is me gushing over this. I think it is incredible. I can't wait. I hope for the designer's sake and for all the fans' sake, they take it easy on the inevitable alterations they're going to make. But God, if they could get it, oh wow! And you can even do little vignettes. I
You can separate it out, and there's so much with this thing.
Dude,
and if they chop it up at all, it just loses that charm. And you already know people are going to compare this to the original when it finally comes out. So I don't know, like $350. I'd be curious, Delusion, if you want to share the piece count just to give us an idea. But I remember it's a
girthy boy.
It's huge. It's
So
massive.
we could see this potentially being $300 maybe. I think at least $250.
I don't
at the
see the
very
piece
least.
count here. Where is it?
Yeah, they don't always put it in there because they're just not required to. But
Okay. I love it. I mean, basically, for layman's terms, for everybody to understand, even though it's not one concurrent scene that he's doing here, you could maybe obstacle course this thing in the way that Indy was presented, which is around from the same era. So if you get that vibe of that latest temple scene run, I forget the names escaping me, but you all know the set I'm talking about. It's got that vibe, but it's like basically picture that set sort of with a ship on the other side. I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely.
That is, yeah.
Even if you don't care about the subject matter, you got to love how he really went for
the
it.
Design and the design methodology is huge.
Yeah.
Okay, 33,020. So it's really not as big as I
33,000 32
3020.
Delusion. I don't know what you're allowed to say and not say, but just stay on them best you can. We got, this is the key. You remember what I said here. If there's opportunity to speak, you already know this, but I'm going to reinforce. It's critical that you keep this double-sided thing as much intact as possible. Well, and for no other reason than pure greed, for Lego, be like, you will sell multiples of this thing if you keep this intact, because there are people that will buy two if it's very close to this for the reasons I just laid out for probably too long. Like, whatever, if they give you a chance to say anything, you'll be like, telling you guys, man, we could do multiple copies. Now, what might end up happening is we'll have to see what kind of price point they can get to.
I think
$299 would be fine,
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, like, it's kind of giving like Stranger Things vibes in terms of like the size and everything. Like, they were able to do $200 for Stranger Things. So I think now in 2025, I think
300's a given.
I think 300 for sure. But I think it's good for what it is. Like, it fits it. I hope it's not anything less, because I don't want to see them downscale it. Like,
and I will say, for Goonies stuff, and I'm blind to it. I'm not, I love it, but I'm not a daily forum checker on Goonies stuff. But like, I know, that they have a ton of Funkos and all the normal pop culture stuff. But I would say, like, this is probably a tentpole release for that fandom. It's not like they're getting love, quarterly or anything like that.
No, well, it's going to kind of almost be like, when Dungeons and Dragons came out, it was a pretty big deal, because it's like, it's not every day you see a D&D Lego set. It's not every day you see a Goonies one either. So
Liam's very practical. I'm going to buy one and turn it around once in a while. And that's probably
turn it around every once in a while.
Put it on a turntable.
Yeah. But I could really see people, what's interesting too, is for you mocksmiths out there, because of this modularity here, could you plug in your own little scene, or, I have to think through it. Does he have damn near all of them? I know he's got all the significant ones, but is there anything else from this sort of maze that,
imagine the heyday that Light My Bricks and all those light companies are going to have with this set. It's going to look gorgeous with lights in it.
Yeah. But I encourage everybody out there in the Girth Gang to give this a whirl, even though it's a little dated, but honestly, the soundtrack is a friggin' heater.
I think it's a John Williams, is it not?
He might do some of the scores and stuff, but I'm just talking about, he probably does. We'll have to look.
Songs in there,
we'll have to look. But yeah, just like the straight up soundtrack is very 80s. You got Cyndi Lauper doing the main track, and it's a feel good movie. It's very easy to get. You can show it to your kids, except for one or two dirty words somewhere in there. But other than that, like, it's whatever. Like, I would love it, but what, my kids heard all that. It's my kid. No F-bombs, maybe an S. Anyway, definitely family friendly, especially with what's considered family friendly today. Great 90-minute ride. I don't know. I encourage everybody to check it out. It's a very easy watch. And
so it's
you'll get to see a lot of your people who are huge now. Josh Brolin, Sean Astin, that are just massive stars now too. And it's fun. It's genuinely funny too, even for adults. Like, there's some great comedy in there.
So in terms of the music, it's funny that somebody mentioned John Williams, because it's not John Williams, but it's Joseph Williams and Dave Grusin.
Are they brothers? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a distant cousin. He kind of looks like.
Well, Sean Astin and Josh Brolin are brothers in this. I didn't catch the full question, but they are brothers in this.
So I don't know if you guys saw the challenge that this was related to, the 80s If We Could Turn Back Time.
Yeah.
But there were actually, I think, 7 or 8 other Goonies submissions in this challenge.
Wow.
And Delusion Brick was able to beat all those out.
It was,
I mean, if you look at the other ones,
it was time.
His design just goes far and above. There was one that was close, and I did link it in the private. You can pull it up or not. But it basically kept only the story throughput, but didn't keep the boat as the other side. So it really was missing that kind of double layer, just amazing design aspect to it. So let's see if that's the one.
Yeah, let me. Oh, wow. So, I mean, this, I did see this one. Let me share here. This is exactly the Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's your temple run right there, Brent. See that? That's.
Oh, sorry, I was looking up Goonies.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But I appreciate this too. But
oh yeah, wow.
I think this is really cool. I think what might have hurt this is we kind of, in a way, just got this set. Those movies come out a few years apart.
Yeah, it kind of does just give
it's the same audience.
Yes.
I think the boat was brilliant because
yeah.
You know, again, and that's not to say this is a knockoff of the indie thing. If anything, it's damning to the movies for having.
Right.
I think Spielberg produced them both too, so that's kind of shout out to him.
Yeah.
I know Donner directed it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, very cool though. I like it. Let's see, any other Easter eggs? Yeah, you can kind of see. All right, you had to have the slide. Dude, I'm telling you,
the slide.
You gotta have the slide. Brent knows how I feel about slides.
I do.
I think slides should be in all
Every
buildings.
Lego set.
All buildings. CPA. Have we had this talk yet?
Well, we haven't. This is news to me.
All right, let's get Tyler in. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some dubs in the chat for Dark Knight Tyler? This is his Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Tyler.
What's up?
Tyler, have you seen either Goonies or Gremlins?
So the thing is, dude, I think at some point, like in all reality, I don't think I've ever seen an inkling of Goonies. Like I recognize the sloth dude or whatever, just like pictures or online, like sure, but like I've never seen the movie, like not even for a second. But I want to say in like 5th, 6th, or 7th grade, like one of those grades, my teacher turned on Gremlins for like
wow,
like right before Halloween or something. You know what I mean? Like one of those like, you know, hey, just gonna watch a movie in class that day type thing. So as is, it was only like 45 minutes of it or whatever. But so I remember like I don't remember anything about it, but like I know who Gizmo is. You know what I mean? I know who Spike is.
Most
you know
yeah, right. Yeah, just like how everybody.
And honestly, dude, I love how the Gremlins look. Like I think like, and one thing I will say too is, you know, Gizmo kind of fits in. Honestly, bro, it's one of those things where, I mean, Gremlins is a Halloween movie, correct? Like, I'm not just like making that up. It's meant to be like a Halloween.
It's a Christmas movie.
Gremlins. And I guess it was before Christmas in school if it was Christmas. But either way,
you can watch it anywhere. But it's
a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess maybe during Christmas time.
It's 100% a Christmas movie. Don't even look it up. You don't need to. Buck stops here. I've seen it 600 times. A Christmas movie.
No, well, maybe I will watch it this year.
It's a terrifying Christmas movie
because Gizmo is.
It is.
I remember liking the Gizmo like animation or whatever, or like the puppet.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. This is one of those ones for you guys where you have awareness of it, but you haven't seen it. It's just like how I feel when I see this is going to bother some of you. SpongeBob, it's like I never watched the show, but I get it. I like it. I'm old, dude. That was,
Sean,
name 25 years old when it came out. What's that?
Name 3 SpongeBob characters.
SpongeBob, Squidward.
Yep.
This is all from memes, I'm sure. Yeah, Krabby, Patty, Krabby.
No,
that's a burger, person.
Right?
What's the snail's name?
I don't know.
You're forgetting about the pink star guy.
Pink Star, yeah.
One more.
Come on, Patrick Star.
Oh, don't.
Patrick.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Who owns the chum bucket?
Small character, little guy.
Krabby Patty. I literally have. I watched one episode 10,000 years ago.
Sean. Who is the dude? Right, the small guy with the orange hair. What's his name?
Bro, you have a little plankton.
Splunky. I don't know.
Mr. That was the backup name. That was their second choice.
Mr. Krabs is one too.
Sandy Cheeks. You don't know who Sandy Cheeks is?
Sandy Cheeks.
Oh, I've heard of Sandy Bottom or whatever.
Straight out of Texas,
Sandy
like
Bottom.
Sandy.
All right, so guys, sue me. I don't know. So it's again like this.
I don't blame you for that.
I walked myself into that one intentionally to show like I'm aware and I get the significance, and I'm so happy for There's rumors that he's coming back, and I'm stoked for everybody that's into it. It's one of those, And I get this is going to be a sit out for probably all you guys, and that's cool. But there's plenty of people out there, obviously through voting and right here in this chat, that are super hyped.
I mean, I might buy the Goonies set. I've only seen it once, and it was 16 years ago. But I do remember liking it.
Run it back, dude. You will love it. I guarantee. I guarantee. We should do a movie trade. CPA. I will watch something that I.
No, I'm already down to watch Goonies. It's
well, you're gonna
I'm
need
already
to.
down too.
You need
watch
to for
Harry
the culture.
Potter, Sean.
Yeah,
Tyler, I recommend. I mean, it's a truly you will. Here's a really relatable reason. People are saying they're getting
back next week and give our rating.
Here, I'll give you guys a Star Wars reason, right? We already talked about it. If people are saying this reminds me of Goonies, maybe give that a whirl before Skeleton Crew. Just a little warm up, Tyler.
Well, funny you say that. I was gonna say, hey, instead of Goonies, I'll just watch Skeleton Crew.
No, this will be better than Skeleton Crew.
I don't know, man. Skeleton Crew looks.
You
really
don't
cool.
know? This is like one of the most important movies of our time. It's Goonies.
Yeah, but Sean, see, also, you know how I am. Like, if it's way too overrated, like my brain just like triggers it off.
You want to hate it?
Goonies
is adequately rating.
Goonies is very is very much.
Nobody's saying it's like a tier below. God, I don't even want to put it down, but I'll just say like as far as that hype region goes, like it wasn't Back to the Future level. It wasn't.
This is everyone in the chat and
Karate
you on the
Kid
panel.
maybe level.
What's the true comparison? Like in all reality, don't just say Goonies.
Locken's like, but it's Goonies, dude.
I feel like it's like The Sandlot in the type of movie.
Yes.
I was looking to ask, but I said, what's better? Like,
it's a
objectively, what's better? Sandlot or Goonies?
Yes, and I definitely saw Sandlot at the right time as well. I was whatever I was, probably in my teens, but I love Sandlot. It's a bunch of kids getting together and doing something really cool. And I will say, the comedy. Stand By Me, it's dude. Stand By Me is a great comparison.
Stand By Me, bro.
If you haven't seen that,
I do remember that one. I saw that.
Stand By Me is a friggin' heater.
Yo, Mark says Goonies is overrated.
Which Mark?
Brickworld Mark?
Not our Mark. Mark, take that back.
I think he's talking about something else. He's talking about something else.
Well, look, I'll be clear. I mean, this isn't where like ET is universally loved. I mean, I guess I could see like 20% of people from that time not liking it or whatever, but I really, without homering too much, I couldn't imagine why. Honestly, it had comedy, it had action, adventure, it had a little bit of romance. It was one of those things that it had cool gadgets and cool, like it was like, Brickworld just fell off.
Better than ET. Wow.
Nail in the coffin.
Mark, there's a developed by committee aspect. What are you talking about? The politics, dude? That's every movie. What are you talking about? Let me tell you something. You want to talk about a developed by committee? La La Land, worst movie of all time, ever. That's the worst movie.
I kind of liked it, but I had a girl. I was my girlfriend like made me watch it at the time. And
La La Land. That you talk about that movie
Sean,
was made intentionally to win an Oscar, and it didn't, and I loved it. What's that?
Was that either Emma Stone or Andrew Garfield in there, right?
Yep,
yeah.
she was she was unlikable in that. For like one of the handful of times I didn't like her in it.
Look, I think the only thing Emma Stone's good in is the TASM movies, and I stand by that.
Short Circuit, another heater, and I get you guys aren't going to run out and watch all these, but
I've seen Short Circuit. Yeah,
same feel good thing. Police Academy. There's so many great like '80s movies that I don't expect you guys to get into, but Goonies is one of those ones where it's like I can't picture someone being like that was horrible. You can't.
I can picture myself saying that.
Well, you don't have good taste in movies. We've established that. So I'm curious what's going to come out of your mouth when you say
he has good taste in movies, but he has like a weird policy that he won't watch anything before like 2001. Like
I get it. I used to say that when I was young, and I don't want to say dumb, but when I was young, I would say like I'm not gonna. No, I was that way. I was like I'm not gonna ever watch a black and white movie because it's like kind of hard to watch. Like I relate.
Yeah.
But then I was like. But then I kept hearing things about like Miracle on 34th Street and and Citizen Kane, which some people say is the greatest movie of all time.
Dude, I didn't fully appreciate the original trilogy. Like, I didn't fully appreciate it until I was like 21.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Tyler, are you a water slide fan?
In real life, or is that a movie I don't know of?
No, in real life. Do you like water slides?
I'll be frank. Not
I've
really.
never met anyone who doesn't like water slides.
I love water slides.
See, the thing is, dude, it's not that I don't like them.
It's not a trick question.
I don't know. I give them like a truthful 5.9 out of 10.
5.9?
Yeah.
Bro,
how many water slides have you been on? Do you have a fair sample?
Well, CPA, do you know the place that's in between our houses?
Yeah.
That's technically really the only place I've ever been. So, and Wisconsin Dells, I guess, too, when I was like 4. So I really don't even have that much. Honestly, dude, I mean, besides, I've just never been a big swimmer and body of water guy. I'm really not. I just didn't grow up that way.
Have you been more on the water slides that you just go down it like raw dog, or do you go on the ones that are inner tube?
No, the one in between CPA is nice. I mean, there's a little bit of everything.
So they have the tube and the raw dogs?
Probably, yeah. I'd say so. I've never been myself, but I can imagine, they have both.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing because there's this. I think I sent you the video, Sean, though, if you ever saw it. But this guy had this Instagram reel where he's walking around Disney. He's like, this raw dog Disney World all by myself.
Strider, yeah, he's funny. I think you sent me that. Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
And he's wearing a shirt that says raw dog captain on it. It's really funny.
That's so fun.
But by the way, I love that that's taken on a new meaning and is emerging. Is you see what people are doing with flights.
Oh yeah.
They're saying they raw dog the flight, meaning they bring nothing on the flight.
That's crazy to me. I can't even imagine.
All they're allowed to do is watch the headrest monitor, but only on the map channel. That's all. That's their entertainment. They can sit. So he's like, so people are I just raw dogged a 19-hour flight to Australia. Anyway.
I mean, I've stayed seated for 8 hours and didn't get up once.
Oh, that's not healthy, dude. You gotta get that circulation. You're young, but you gotta get that. You gotta stretch them out a little bit. All right. You're tall too, man. You gotta stretch the back, dude.
Yeah,
Jesus.
See how I made it.
Even when I was young.
Yeah, I'm to the point now where my right, I think it's my right knee. I gotta stretch that thing out every now and again.
Dude, Mark, I would survive. I love the map channel. It's kind of fun. I do click to it, but no, I'm definitely watching. But dude, I fly so much.
Dude, you know what's okay? Think about the map channel, Sean. You've been on a couple cruises. You ever turn the TV in the cruise room in the cabin back to the map? You see where you're at in the ocean. It's so cool.
There's only 2 things I watch when I'm in hotel rooms when I'm on vacation. 2 things. One, the channel. The channel about what's going on the boat or what's going on at Disney. They have that loop that plays when you get to your room at Disney.
Yeah.
Used to have this girl on there. I forget her name. Anyway. I think I'm allowed to say she was hot. I was like, I can't remember if I'm allowed to say it. I don't know.
Sydney Sweeney joke earlier, Tyler.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were in the chat.
But that or the map when I'm on a ship, yeah. Or when I'm in when I check into a Marriott, I like they have my name on the screen. I just kind of let that play with the.
Just let that, yeah.
I just let it ride to welcome, Sean. It's good to see you again. You platinum MRFer. We appreciate your business, sir. All right, so. Not a water slide fan, Tyler. I don't know if I have an angle.
All that to say, no water slides.
All that to say,
water slides.
Tyler is out on that. All right, so let's pivot.
I just love water parks.
I think I've even talked about this on ACOB. Ever since I'd say guaranteed after I turned 15, 16, 17. I'd say up until then I was kind of doing whatever, but from 17, 18 to now, I'm officially. All I care to do water-wise is just in a nice, relaxing, regular pool, bro. I don't need to be in a
Lazy
lake with
Riv?
no gators. I don't need.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I love lazy rivers.
like I'm just not a big water guy, man. Because I mean, water slides is different. I just don't go to them all that often. But like, if
Yeah,
you want
you
to talk
guys-
about like oceans and lakes and stuff, bro, I'll never go in an ocean or a lake. There's just no-
Well, I mean, it's also you're a product of the environment. You didn't grow up around it. Like I grew up literally, miles from the beach. So
Yeah,
I
grew
get
up.
it. Like
I grew up going on a lot of vacations and stuff.
dude, I will go to a place because of a lazy river, like straight up.
Dude, so Sean,
Straight up, I'll pick a hotel over another one if they have it, and I'm like, all right, well, that's what I'm doing.
So not to sidebar hugely.
Here comes
but
the river love. Here it comes.
No, so Sean, this not a crazy sidebar, but this has to do with slides. It has to do with lazy rivers, and it has to do with Disney and Lego potentially. But how cool would it be? Are you familiar with the Alani Resort in Hawaii?
Who are you asking that to?
I know you're familiar. Have you been? Have you been?
Next year, I hope. Yeah, no, I haven't been, but I've watched about 10 million videos.
Oh,
So
so you might
Alani
be
is
going.
Disney's resort in
Yeah,
Hawaii.
we've talked about it. Obviously, it's not cheap because Disney. Anyways, how cool would it be to have some kind of Lego build of that resort with like the little volcano and the lazy river going around and everything?
It'd be sick. I'd
Be sick.
I'd take one home.
Dude, it'd be awesome.
All right, guys. It's time for Goonies. It's time for Gizmo. Interesting.
This is literally just a buildable character. It's not even a set.
It's a buildable character of
Oh, that
Gizmo.
sucks then, man. So we're not gonna get any figs, bro. I mean, I like Gizmo, man, but I mean, I just wish there would be figs for this one.
I'm hoping, and often is
Might
not
lead
the
to more.
case. I hope this isn't a one and done, but I mean, absolutely, there should be a Gremlins minifigure set. I think based off the strength of this, hopefully we could see that happen. There's always rumors, and people are dying for a Gremlins 3 that just hasn't happened yet. But I think this was a safe pick. I think it's a smart pick. I think it'll do pretty well. I would have loved, and I'm sure I could look up, and there's probably dozens of Spike, who's the main villain gremlin, would have probably been the second pick if you're going to go buildable figure. I don't set wise. I mean, there's
It's gonna
really
be $40-$50 with about 400 parts.
okay. So yeah,
Printed
and
eyes,
it should be even small compared to. So probably even smaller than Stitch. That's okay. I mean, he is that. So it might even be.
Oh, you
I don't know about Screw.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, like even if we put him in universe, I think he'd be smaller. He like fits in your hand. He's very tiny.
Like a Grogu kind of
Okay.
deal.
I'll
I
send you
think-
the link for this one as well, so you can pull up all the pics. They've got some
me-
Gremlin 2 attachments as well.
Oh! I see that. Daddy like. Hold on. All right.
Like, ooh.
Dude. All right, now we're getting there. All right.
Let me look at that.
That is awesome. Okay. So what we're looking at here is Gizmo OG. Am I allowed to give spoilers as to why Gizmo is important? Has everybody seen the movie?
I'm not. Neither. I don't. Think
I would
Is he the
imagine the
chosen
people
one?
that are going to see
Will
it
you
have
ever
already
watch it?
Watched it.
I will. Yeah.
I probably won't watch Gremlins.
You will watch it, Brent?
Yeah. But you
Okay.
can.
I think this is something that's pretty known.
Well, here, hold up. All right, so
Nope.
Are you
nope.
are you plugging your ears?
All right, if you're gonna watch, no, if you guys are gonna watch it, I won't spoil it.
Go for it.
Anyways, Gizmo. All right, I won't do it. It's fine.
No, go ahead and do it. I'll turn my volume down.
No spoilers. Okay, look, I am trying to sell you guys on. I'm not doing it. No spoilers.
All right.
I was so
You're
ready.
good, Tyler.
Sorry. I'm not doing it because I'm hoping part of us talking through this tonight and with the sets coming out, it'd be good for people to do their homework, maybe to get hyped about this stuff. But anyway, Gizmo is
still
obviously one of the
plugging
primary characters of the film.
spoilers over.
Yeah, you're
you're
good. We
You're good.
decided to not do them.
I decided not to do it. It's like, anyway, I mean, a micro spoiler. This is his attire for the second movie, which you'll have to see what that means. I don't think.
Well, like a little Cobra Kai dude.
Rambo, actually. If
Yeah.
that's a spoiler.
Rambo.
I don't know.
yeah, it's just it's him preparing for battle, basically.
Like Rambo himself actually makes a cameo.
No, it's his interpretation of.
Was it like a little?
There is a
Gremlins
scene.
cinematic universe?
It's about a 10-second thing, so it doesn't ruin anything. He he watched Rambo and saw him kicking ass, and when it came time for him to fight, he decided to dress up like Rambo. I mean, that's basically what this is. So
That's funny.
yeah,
That works.
yeah. And it plays a clip from Rambo. It's pretty. It's again, guys. I wouldn't bother you or make a show topic about two like these are okay. These are both like majorly awesome, iconic, and actually very good. They're not big just to be big. They deserve all the people still watching some of these things 30, 40, whatever years later. These are great movies, and Gremlins is a fantastic. You watch it tomorrow and it's fine, but yeah, Tyler, if you like to get into the holiday hype, it's definitely a holiday movie with horror mixed in a little bit, but it won't be scary to you because you're old. But like when you were a kid, I mean, I was kind of freaked out by these things for sure. The bad guys, that is, the actual Gremlins.
Yeah, I'm looking at real Gizmo right here, bro, and yeah, that's definitely. I can envision myself after I watch the movie. I'm gonna do a little Instagram story post and say top 25 fictional character of all time, and do a poll. I got Gizmo's gonna be on the story. I feel because I mean, dude, this guy looks incredible.
I mean, they did already do Lego Dimensions for both Gremlins and Goonies.
Goonies, yeah,
for Sloth. So it's not new. So they already have the IP connection.
Oh, bro, so that's actually a good point. How was the ideas thing able to go through if they already have the IP? Isn't that one of the things that ideas?
Sarah has a really great video questioning that as well. Like, there's a lot of rules that were apparently
because like you can't do a Star Wars ideas obviously since they're gonna probably do it anyway. So it's like why, if they have the licenses still for these IPs, how were these able to go through?
So I would imagine is the question answered in that video? Do you know, Sean?
No, I don't remember. As soon as I saw the video, I'm like, I go immediately when I see a video I like from a friend, I immediately start texting like a minute in. I'm like, this is really great. Like, because I can tell, like, I read the subject matter and whatever, you know what I mean? I quickly put together and then I forgot to actually listen. But I think there is some new precedents being set with some of these selections, I think was the net of it. I think things that were previously said couldn't have. I want to say that.
And I would imagine because the only set was because it was a Dimensions set. It wasn't a full-on its own thing like Zelda. Zelda is now its own thing. You probably can't do an idea submission. This was just kind of a one-off.
I think, and that's the gift and the curse with these, right? Because it's like, on one hand, I'm semi-complaining or longing for another proper Gremlin set already, but it's like, you know, well, at least we got this one. You know what I mean? So, but it does open that can of worms, and obviously anything is possible. If Gizmo cranks, if it happens to crank, then we'll see more. I mean, there's no
100%.
You know,
as I've heard someone say, Lego has their own rules until they break them, and then they don't have those rules anymore. And that's just how it is. All
right, we've got.
Sorry.
We've got Macro in the house with a $5 Canadian dollars.
Macro.
Snap Booty. Lazy River is my jam with a double drink. Oh yeah, dude, you got to go with the Lays. And Macro, I don't know if you want to do a song pick, sir, with your super. But thank you for the 5-piece.
My guess is Macro.
I'm just happy to see it here, dude. What's up? Yeah.
I'm guessing he's gonna want Annie, but that's just me.
I don't know, Macro. What super chat song do you want to hear? If you don't have one,
GWP.
We'll defer to our special guest CPA. See what he would like to hear. He probably wants to run back Annie. I could just feel it. Anyways, Tyler. I mean, yeah. Look, more sales pitch for you, sir. Sounds like you're probably going to give it another whirl. This guy could be Fabu's cousin. I think you know that. And
yeah.
You do seem to like characters like this. So
small little creepy little guys.
Well, not even creepy. What the brand? Dude, no one. Dude, you're calling Babu, Beaver, Woodstock. You're calling Woodstock creepy.
Not creepy, but just like, I don't know. It's not like they're little squirrels.
CPA, you were probably closest to the situation of anyone on the panel. Fabu's got a great question. Were there any upsets with these winner selections, or were the rest of submissions mid? We could probably look at those.
Yeah, pull up the other submission. I don't even pay attention to ideas. Like, what I'm wondering, what did these beat out?
So the top 5 is basically there were all the submissions. They limited it to 5 submissions. There was a little drama with this back in April when the whole challenge thing was set up.
Oh yeah.
So there was a little drama because Delusion actually had 2 submissions selected, whereas the rules stated that only 1 submission from each designer could be selected. So they kind of fumbled the bag there. They chose his, of course, Goonies, and then his wax on, wax off Karate Kid, the kind of Miyagi's pad, if you will.
Oh, that was a heater, dude. I wanted that. Yeah.
He's had that design for about, 6 years now. So it's an amazing design. He's improved upon it each time, I believe. And I'll have to actually pull my own video up because
weird too, because it's pretty, I mean, and probably for the last 6 years or however long. Yeah, I guess Kai has been out. It seems fairly topical too. Surprised it didn't get through.
So E.T., a lot of people were a fan of the E.T. set. It was basically a diorama of E.T. and the bicycle flying over the moon.
Yep. Wait, is this not the right list, or is this not the finalists? What are we looking at?
This is just all of them. Yeah.
All right, well, we could still... Oh, man. All right, real quick, we'll get into some of these. Dude, I'm bummed. Spaceballs would have been awesome. Dude, that would have been 1A for me. Man, that would have been good.
Macro says for us.
Yeah, Macro CPA. What song would you like to hear for Macro?
Let's do Droidica.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's Macro style.
Let's run it.
Yeah. You can run even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass. I am metal. I've got my blasters. I'm a badass roly-poly robot disaster. Droidica, Trade Federation pinball. Droidica, I make all the Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
Oh,
Dude,
it gets
that's-
the energy. We needed that little spike right
That's-
there.
that's-
Tyler is very relaxed, but I got me, a little fired up. He's
That's
yawning.
definitely,
I know. Funny you say that, bro. I had a yawn right after he said, "Let's get hyped up again."
Oh, dude,
Could
this
they
would have
even
been...
could they make the set though, or are there
Yeah,
the
'cause
rules with Spaceballs where they can't merchandise it at all?
It's funny because one of the biggest jokes in the movie is about merchandising.
Yeah.
I forget. I think Lucas was not happy about this, right? I think he was not.
I thought he
maybe
was. I thought he was
okay.
fine with it. He just said you can't merchandise it at all. Like
Maybe that's.
he thought it was funny.
Well,
He can laugh at himself, kind of.
I don't know if that policy extends to Disney, and I really don't see this stepping on their toes. But I mean, for those of you that have been under a rock, I mean, this is a parody of Star Wars, so I could see that being a tough road.
I've always not wanted to watch it because of that.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I thought it
Because
was
of what? Because
I
it's a
just,
parody?
yeah, because
It's
like
so good, dude.
It's
but like
you need to watch
Family-
it.
Family-
It's funny.
Family Guy, I feel like
Yeah,
did it
Family
perfect
Guy,
where-
yeah.
Family
Yeah,
Guy did it perfect
Family
where
Guy.
it respected the story a little bit. I feel like Spaceballs just dumps all over it.
Yo, here's a
No,
genuine.
it doesn't.
Well,
It's
not
it's
really, no.
not really at all, dude. No, it's actually very good. It's very
I
good.
would highly. I watched it for the first time like 2 or 3
It
summers
holds up.
ago.
Yeah.
100% recommend.
Now, if we're
It's
talking
It's
talking
funny.
like this isn't really a parody. But have you guys seen this freaking movie?
What
No,
is it?
I have not.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, Sean.
I've seen it. I saw it when I first I
CPA
saw it in the
and
theater.
Tyler.
I think.
You guys need to freaking watch Fanboys, dude.
What even
It
is it?
is, dude. It's so incredible. It's literally about like a group of kids, like in the like late '90s, before Episode 1 comes out, and that's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Late '90s vibes, and like at the end of the movie, they
Well,
go see
I,
Phantom
you
Menace.
could tell them
like,
what
dude,
it's about. It doesn't give it away. It's
No, it
basi-
doesn't give it away, but like
Yes. It's basically okay.
here. Get ready for the comedy adventure that's smart, funny, and tailor-made for the inner Jedi in all of us. Pete Hammond, HollywoodFilm.com. In 1998, 4 childhood buddies with shared love for all things Star Wars reunite for one final hilarious odyssey. Their insane plan, across the country road trip to storm the George Lucas Skywalker Ranch and steal a copy of Episode 1 before its release. With the police, an angry crew of Trekkies, and a crazy pimp hot rod on their trail, what could possibly go wrong? Featuring Dan Fogler, in parentheses, Balls of Fury, John Bruce, whatever, and Kristen Bell, plus a few slew of hysterical surprise cameos, like Seth Rogen's in there. The force is strong with this one.
I think Hamill pops in. Yeah, it's really good.
I love this movie. I love Fanboys. It's Tyler CPA. Watch this. If you like Star Wars at all, you got to see this movie.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yo, I have a genuine question real quick about the Family Guy Star Wars. Like, this is something I thought about like a week ago. And funny that we bring it up again here is genuine question. I mean, was that officially licensed through Lucasfilm?
Yeah.
So technically now, so hear me out on this one.
It could make sense.
Well, actually, so Family Guy is also Fox, right? So Disney owns Family Guy.
No, I'm talking about a Star Wars Family Guy crossover. They could probably work out
the Stormtrooper. Yeah, they made that.
Oh my gosh! So they did. Okay, but see, the biggest thing is like so technically, but I guess 2 questions. I mean, so first off, so Disney technically has the rights to the Star Wars one, but nonetheless, was Family Guy a Fox show where Disney now owns it anyway because they own Fox, or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, technically, they could do a multiverse if they wanted to.
Bro, so it's like I'm just thinking to myself, dude. It's like Disney owns all this adult stuff, and why did they literally like? I don't know, man. That's wild to me that like Lego plays it so safe when Disney really owns everything.
Imagine a Darth Vader, but with short legs and a Stewie's head on there, dude. Bro.
Yeah, heater, bro.
Dude.
Well, dude, if they ever did imagine they do a Family Guy CMF like they did Simpsons, and like 2 or 3 of them are Star Wars ones.
I'll say it right now.
So
but the thing is, dude, it's like, look, man, like, am I just like blind to the fact of like, how is Simpsons okay? Like conceptually, even like to the normal average normie, how is Simpsons? Like, I think obviously Family Guy like shows like some blood and stuff more. I don't think Simpsons shows blood, but like for their humor, jokes, and everything aside, like, what is the difference? Like, why is like Simpsons so like culturally like accepted to like the normies to like show kids and like be that family show, but like Family Guy is like so bad and so over the top? Like, I've never seen that big of a difference between them.
I've never heard that. I don't know.
Well,
I get where you're coming from.
They're both pretty tame. I mean, Family Guy heavily borrowed from Simpsons. I mean,
here's an honest question. How about we do it real quick? All right. Between Family Guy, American Dad, Simpsons, and King of the Hill, what's everyone's rating or ranking of those 4?
What did you say? Family Guy.
I got them right here. I got Family Guy, King of the Hill.
None of you watch Simpsons. It's not really fair for you guys.
I'm not a good.
None of you watch Simpsons.
I did. Yeah, Sean, I grew up on Simpsons. Simpsons was my gateway to Family Guy.
I've seen enough Simpsons to where I know I like it more than American Dad, and then also like King of the Hill is pretty great, but Family Guy I will always love a lot because it was the first like bad cartoon I wasn't supposed to watch, and I would like be at a friend's house and their parents wouldn't give a shit what we watched and be like, dude, we're gonna watch Family Guy night. I'd be like, no way, dude, after we play Pokemon cards we're gonna watch Family Guy. Best night ever.
Well, dude, I remember the days of Family Guy would pop on like Cartoon Network, Adult Swim at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, I'm supposed to be at bed at 10 p.m. but I'll turn the volume down to 7, so no one hears it. And I'll stay up for an extra 30 and catch a Family Guy. I remember doing that.
I think this is pretty close to my rankings. I would flip-flop Family Guy with King of the Hill, though. Simpsons, Family Guy, I think, is the funniest. And King of the Hill, too. But I think overall funnier to me is Family Guy. I feel like King of the Hill has one joke and they run the hell out of it, and it's great.
God damn it, Poppy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the one? Is it
Boomhauer? Family Guy is the funniest one, but Simpsons is the best show, I think.
Is the King of the Hill dude that Boomhauer guy? Is that his name, or am I making that up?
Yeah, it is.
That dude's the best part about King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's real, but I saw like a trailer that was like a
South
live.
Park. I totally forgot.
Oh yeah, South Park. I saw a live action trailer. It could have totally been fake, but I saw a live action trailer for Family Guy, and it was like, or not Family Guy, for Simpsons, and Adam Sandler was going to be Bart. And like,
Oh wow.
No,
No way that's real.
Disaster.
It was a pretty good fake.
We got any? This is an '80s thing, so I mean, any Bill and Ted's fans? I don't know if I would have picked this as the set piece.
Wait, is this
cool
like a
it's
K-pop
Circle K.
set? Is this a K-pop set?
No, it's Circle K.
No, it's
Circle
Bill,
K, the
Bill and
convenience
Ted's
store.
Excellent Adventure. We're really exploring the age gap here. This is interesting.
I mean, I recognize it. 'cause it's
I've heard of
Circle
it,
K.
yeah, but
I thought this was like an extension to the set that JB Brick Fanatic made. You know that I
No,
do.
no.
I thought it was like an extension.
It's Circle K, the convenience store.
It's a funny take, though. It's ridiculous.
The K
It's
stands for
funny.
K-pop.
Yeah.
It's Circle K.
Wow, they are really dating some of this stuff. Golden Girls, that's funny. This is really cool. Inspector Gadget.
Yo,
That is a pretty
that's
wild
dope.
looking Brickhead design. That
That's
doesn't
dope.
really look like a Brickhead.
Are those sock and boppers? Bro.
I do think there should be a Princess Bride set. I like this better than the other one for sure. I like the Andre the Giant figure. That's awesome.
Nice.
I'd also highly recommend, dude. There's anything I've clicked on, I would highly recommend as a watch for sure, dude. Princess
Bro, are
Bride,
those sock and boppers?
the
Or is
Rock.
they just
I
okay,
would-
it's just
dude.
buildable figures?
No, it is.
Dude,
Yeah,
imagine if they did sock and boppers just like they did the foosball tape when it was playable.
it is.
Ooh, that'd be pretty
That's what we're looking at here. You see
These
the
are sock and boppers. You can put them on a thing.
yeah. Look,
Oh wait,
Well,
but where's the?
technique.
How do they move though? Like, where do you put them in a ring and they move around?
it looks like maybe there's a button on their back here.
No,
or
I
that
just
could
mean
just
like,
be muscles. I know what you're saying. I know
yeah,
they're called Rock'em Sock'em robots, but I don't, or maybe
or sock. Yeah, Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Sock and boppers are the big pillow boxing gloves you put on.
yeah. Oh, look, here's the thing. Watch. Here's a. Oh, it's not
Is there a
playing.
video of it or
Yeah.
a little?
Oh,
I don't know how you trigger them though. If you just push them down to extend them, or if there's a
there's
button.
got to be some kind of thing in the back.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I would
the
take.
trigger under the hand. See how that like
Yeah, you pull them down. Yeah,
or something.
that's kind of
like that.
lame. Well, I mean, how is it going to fall if you've got your hands around it? Anyway, so I love most of this idea. I think if you're going to do a Rocky, there'd be about 9,000 things I would have preferred, but I would have bought this if it came out. Big, that's pretty cool. The piano scene.
Bro, that gizmo looks wild. That
Yeah,
one
there's
right
a lot of
there.
gizmos out there for
Yeah.
this one.
I'll do
Beetle,
some TMNT, man. Damn, shout out to the TM. The
Beetlejuice is coming back, and that's pretty
Bro.
topical. That's
TMNT brickheads that's just a sick brickhead lineup, bro. To have all the Ninja Turtles. Why is that not a thing yet?
you got a couple for Beetlejuice, Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Isn't there a new Beetlejuice coming out with that
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega or whatever?
As I was saying, it's pretty
Yeah.
topical. They should have.
Yeah,
There's a Turtles.
dude, I can't wait to go see the new Beetlejuice. Like, especially during spooky season.
Was it the Party Wall Up van in the HQ? It looks like, or their headquarters, secret base. That's cool. I'm sorry if I'm flying by some other people's favorites. I'm just
Well, it's the CPA. Did you say the
Bob
theme
Ross
here
is
was
cool.
everything like pre-2000s? Because it's like
80s.
Everything 80s.
Oh, okay, all right. I was at first. I'm like, why is everything from that era? But I guess that makes sense.
Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. That would have been oh man. Another Big set. You guys seen Big, Tom Hanks?
Yes.
I've
Yes, I know
not.
that one.
Dude, one of the greatest movies ever.
I'm not a Tom Hanks fan.
How's that possible?
Woody?
Oh, all right. Then never mind. I like him just for Woody.
Just for Woody.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was a difficult discussion. trying to get you guys like that'd be cool. I don't know.
No, man, dude. When's the 2010s era gonna go on ideas, man?
We could
You
watch
have
that.
to wait another 20, 30, 40 years for that.
Well, look, I think it was obviously very strategic. They didn't pick 80s for no good reason. They must have some data that says, if we can figure out
nostalgia, man,
what people want to buy out of this, they're going to buy it. And I think they went with two pretty safe picks as far as things you can merchandise. And that already have a lot of that stuff I showed you has some diehard fandoms, but go ahead.
They did have a pretty good Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in there.
Yeah, I loved it.
The main reason I'd say is because it had that giant block, the brick in there. Which
Lego probably appreciated that set.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, man, with all those Disney sequels coming out, when the hell are we going to get A Bug's Life 2?
Bro, that'd be sick.
Let alone a Lego set. Give me a Lego set.
I don't know what more there is. Well, that could be for all these. I don't know what more story there is.
Bro, the Toy Story 5 plot is gonna be crazy.
Bugs Life 2.
Toy Story gives me just good vibes, bro. I'm excited for the fifth one.
Bro, Toy Story 5 is gonna be crazy. Have you seen what the plot's gonna be about?
Isn't it fighting technology, right?
Dude, yeah, like the picture I saw was like some kid underneath their like bed blanket with a tablet. All the toys are just like looking up over the bed, like looking all like scared, like
because the kid's more focused on the iPad than the toy.
Yeah, it's gonna be about kids not really caring about toys anymore, bro. And I'm like living in that, bro, because I've seen like my stepdaughter, like
iPads against toys. Yeah.
So she turned into what do they call them? An iPad kid?
No, she's not an iPad kid. She likes playing like video games, like Fortnite and stuff with her friends. But
I don't know, man. I was kind of I'll watch it and I'll probably like it and all that. But it seems like it's gonna be more of a concept movie. I don't know.
It's gonna be better than Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 4 I liked, but it kind of just I don't know. Toy Story 4 kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I felt like that was a fitting end.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah, or 3.
3 was a fitting end.
3 was a fitting end.
No, 3. But I mean, they keep doing this thing where it's like it's over, like we're separating.
But here's what's gonna happen though, Sean. I bet this is gonna be like a different timeline. It's not like they keep.
All I know is we're getting some sets. That'll be cool.
Yeah, bro.
Can we talk about the most important thing here? Plot aside,
give us more Toy Story sets, please.
Dude, I hope they do that. Now, Tyler, you're a historian here. When they did Toy Story sets. They just did them for the current movie that was out, or did they ever do the thing where like they do with Jurassic where
they do they play the hits?
Yeah, like in the wave, do they ever play the hits, or did they only come out when the movies come?
In other words, when but they only made them. They made them when Toy Story 3 came out, of course. But I'm pretty confident they made sets like a set based off of the first and second. Also, you know what I mean? Like they made sets based off like all the movies.
But you get what I'm saying. Like
during Toy Story 3 time,
you remember like the first Jurassic World wave had both old ones and the current movie. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, wasn't there a Jurassic World branded set, but it was technically the Velociraptor scene from
the kitchen scene.
But it was still World branded though, right? Before they switched to
before they switched to calling it Park and just doing a full wave on just retro park stuff. Yeah. They had the RC car. That's right. Yep.
I remember having the Green Army Men set, man. That was a heater.
This is the real question. Will they be worse than Toy Story 4 sets? Probably, unless they do what we just said.
Toy Story 4 was all 4+. No,
they were all bad.
That was so. Yeah.
The first wave was all Jurassic World. Okay, was it the second wave then, where you had some stuff from the current movie and?
Oh well, if you want to get technical, yeah. I mean, first wave of World, I forgot that's 2015 technically. I want to say that the Raptor from Park scene, I want to say it was 2018. Florida, am I right on that? 2018.
I might have to get that. You know what? I've been meaning to get that before the hype ratchets up. There might be some Toy Story. I do know I need the Green Army box of boys, dude.
I mean, dude, that's an OG box of boys, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good box of boys. I wonder how much it's going for now. Do we have any numbers?
I think 40, 50. Last I looked. Sealed, I think. Somewhere in that.
That's not bad. You find that at Brickworld from the
Cool Hand hitting the sack, 4 a.m. Dude, thanks for staying up with us, dude. Appreciate it.
Get some sleep.
We'll see you on the stream Sunday. And by the way, update. Padawan's taking care of some business, so it will be the UK boys will be coming to you live from Cool Hands channel. So if you guys haven't subbed yet, check that out. Obviously, they are the authorized UK representatives of the Girth Gang. So give them a watch. It'll be fun. Not that, people need authorization, but, I just feel like
a little more official.
Makes it more official.
Yeah.
Green Army, you're still popular. Yeah, a lot of those are, man. That's the closest we got to Army type figs. That's a great point, Tyler.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude. Hey, and the biggest thing I remember too about I'm looking at them now, bro. Is, dude, the medic for them. It was so badass. It actually had a medic logo on the helmet.
How much? How much are they hitting for them, Brickling?
Sealed copy like $60.
All right. It's gone up since I did a real deep dive.
Bite the bullet, Sean. Get a crispy boy.
And if you want to buy it from the Hong Kong, you can get a bunch of just the individual figs for like $5 each.
Are they different? Let's pull it up. We have. It's like we have images. It's a visual.
Let's check out. That's an underrated box of boys, dude. It's really making me want it now. Because I've seen it, and I think in my random bulk, I think I have like some pieces from it.
Wow.
But I bought like a big bulk box like a couple of years ago.
I mean, dude, it even came with the stands in green. Like, they really did a good job on this.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Dude, I want this. Hopefully it'd be funny if they brought it back right after we all bought it, but whatever. It's funny.
Okay, so there are all 4 of them unique or only the medic?
81 on Amazon.
The 3 of them are identical, and then the medic, only thing different is the helmet, I believe.
50 on eBay.
Oh, a couple different accessories.
Yeah, but like those aren't like cataloged like
on
the Bricklink listing. You know what I mean?
Can you blow up a picture, Sean?
I am. Oh, are you?
Oh, it's because it's still sharing.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're sharing a tab.
Yeah, that's such an inefficiency of this thing. I wish it would do better. Here you go. Yeah, I'm over here just like lapping it up,
bro. Yeah,
not sharing.
Stretcher.
Bro, that is like literally a 9.9 set.
That is such a dude. That's such a. I need this so bad. I'd love to buy a bunch of. Dude, if these were on shelves right now, dude, I'd army build the hell out of these.
That's cool.
These are crispy, bro. Oh man, I want this.
Bro, the crazy part is too, man. If you want to change them to like a real life army people, just for the heck of it, just change out the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Damn.
Bro, this is a box of boys right here. This is a box of boys.
Bro, and it's the perfect combo too, man. You got 3 foot soldiers and a medic. I mean, perfect. You don't got 2 crew members. You don't have like you don't got a named Jedi in here. You don't got Woody in the battle pack.
If you bought exactly. If you bought like 4 of these, you have like 4 medics and then a good amount of soldiers. Bro, I love the box art too so much. How there's like a down one that's like been stepped on. Oh my god, bro. And the thing is, this thing was probably $10.
Yeah, how much was this?
$10, bro.
Probably 10.
Yeah, had to have been 10.
It was probably 10.
What year was this, Tyler? This was like
2011, I believe, right? Or 2010.
Oh, this was $10 for sure.
2010.
Yeah.
This was $10 for sure.
Well, see, and look, and you guys still don't believe me that Lego was better 10, 15 years ago. You guys, people still don't believe.
Hey, I'd never say no.
I don't think anybody's. Or I get upset that we missed some good stuff. I think some of the quality of the builds has improved. I mean, factually, but as far as like the imagination and like taking a little bit of risks, they're not doing that as much anymore. Well, they do, but they do it with the wrong stuff, like dreams.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna take some big swings and try some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heater.
So from a set perspective, I hope. I mean, look, I'll be there opening night for Toy Story. Don't get me wrong. I felt like, okay, that was good. Like everybody cried at the end of 4 because they were separating, and probably at the end of 3 and also 2. And it's like, how many times can you do this? And it's like,
what about Avatar 3, man? Who's excited for Avatar 3?
Nobody.
Me.
Everybody will go see it and then never talk about it again. That's the craziest, least culturally relevant. And I like it. And I love the first one. I love the second one. Never give it another thought until somebody says something. And I'm like, oh yeah, that came up. It is.
Yeah.
There needs to be a study on that, and I think I know some of the answers, but think about it. Is there ever been a bigger movie or franchise that is less culturally relevant than that? People talk about Titanic more than they talk about that still. And we're talking like the mega heavyweight top 10
Titanic
box office movies of all time.
Titanic was based off a real event, though, so that's why that has such big legs. Because people
That's
get,
fair.
dude,
Yeah.
I go down rabbit holes about videos about the real Titanic all the time. I love the movie.
Here's my hunch on why it's not culturally relevant. I think the character design is just not like super palatable for most people. I think there should have been a merch game, but there just isn't one, and I think it's probably because of the characters. This is just my hunch.
I feel the opposite. I feel like the merch. There's a ton of not a ton, but there.
Dude,
was
find me a dude wearing an
merch
Avatar shirt, and I'll.
Well, no, I'm saying it didn't
Venmo
do
you
well.
$100.
The merch didn't do well. That's what I'm saying. There was merch, it just didn't do well in 09.
I would have bought one if
Hey, I want to put a challenge out to the Girth Gang. If you can spot this week only, first 3 people, I will send you a 5-piece. If you find me somebody out in public, make it staged. Don't put your shirt on. Find me somebody wearing an Avatar T-shirt, and then for bonus points, be like, "Why are you wearing that?
Why are you wearing?
What made you the 1%er to wear?" I just think, what is the font? It's not Comic Sans. What is it? People make fun of it.
Papyrus.
Yeah. Like, is it the logo? Is it like? I mean, honestly, I went and saw it. Brent, I saw it in theaters. I thought it was great. I remember we did our homework. We rewatched 1 before we lived it on the show. I bought some sets. I've forgotten about those. I don't know what it is, but that movie more than any other franchise goes.
No, I get it. And I love it, but I do understand.
They're building another land in Disney for it, and I don't get it. Just nobody cares.
I think okay. Now that you bring up that, I'll tell you what. You know what? A lot of people, I've heard from so many people that leave Disney World, they're like, dude, the floating mountains Avatar thing was amazing. Like, a lot of people do like the Avatar stuff that's at Disney, Sean. I've talked to several people that are
there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff that when you're in Disney seems popular, if that makes sense. Like, go to another place and see 1 million people wearing. Sure, you go to the mall, you'll see a handful of Mickey shirts. You will, because it's just that big and it's Mickey and it's whatever, or Star Wars or whatever. But it's like you started getting into deeper cuts. Like, do you see a guy very often with a straight up Goofy shirt, or do you see like? That's maybe a bad example. It's maybe a bad example.
With Goofy on them. I got Crocs with Goofy on them.
That's maybe a bad example. Goofy's a top tier player.
I love Goofy.
But like, you know, I again, and I want to make this crystal clear. Those movies, 10s, 9s, 8s, somewhere in that range. I'll have to really sit down with it. No rookie scores, sorry, Tyler, but I just want to make it clear. I love them. I think they're great, and I am baffled why I don't ever have the desire. I think they're long as hell. That hurts.
Yeah.
But the rewatchability, at least for me, and like I've talked to other people, like, yeah, you know what? I really liked it. I never watched it again. I'm like, yeah. There's something about it that you're just not compelled. It can't get to where a movie that's been that successful usually gets. I guess that's what I'm saying, and I'd love to find out why.
I've rewatched the first Avatar quite a few times.
The story is pretty recycled. It's not unique by any means.
No, but I feel like it's such an immersive experience. Like, if they were to release the first one again in theaters, I would go see it for sure.
There you go. You'll see a ton of Chip and Dale shirts when you go to Disney, but you don't see them outside ever.
No, I think Sean did have a good quote one day about Avatar. He was like, "Give me like 2 quotes."
I see you. I remember I see you.
Yeah,
I've got something in my eye. Hold on a second. This is really.
Sean sees us.
I can't see
Springs
it.
with tears. Avatar.
Somebody asked about. Hold on. Somebody asked about Crocs. Now these are maybe a little dirty, so you will have to forgive me. But I'm wearing my Jurassic Crocs. They're sick.
Those are dope. I have Disney ones upstairs right now. I wish I had them on me, dude. I
don't
Crocs.
think I've ever even put on a single pair of Crocs.
They're amazing.
Life changing.
Never.
They are life changing.
Listen,
you won't catch me dead with Crocs on.
Let me tell you something, CPA. You're already married. You don't have to impress anybody.
Nope.
Right? Just put the Crocs on,
bro. Okay, let me put this on record right now. I know Crocs get a lot of hate.
God, my eye.
But you'll never, ever, ever catch me in a pair of freaking Hey Dudes. And I know somebody on this panel.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
I think. But okay, if we're gonna talk about like Crocs being corny or whatever, I think
I got Crocs too. I already have Crocs, Brent.
No, I got
a pair of
right for Crocs a little bit. I just mean in general amongst the public. But like, and maybe CPA because he's acting like he would never wear Crocs.
Never.
Dude, CPA, guess what? You know when you would wear Crocs? If you saw some like Bionicle ones.
No.
You could put the little mask charm.
No.
Birkenstocks?
Okay,
Birkenstocks are the #1 shoe that's ever been made, man. These are my work shoes.
Hey Dudes are like someone's just like,
bro,
I give up. I give up.
Hey Dudes are like each as well. They're like
no. Hey Dudes are probably more expensive.
There's like 50 for the regulars, like 40 for some like.
But like, dude,
Hey Dudes.
Hey Dudes to me, like I saw a meme one day and it made so much sense. It was like, Hey Dudes, they got the Caucasian community in the chokehold. That's literally it's crazy.
So true.
I see so many people on like my Facebook and they're like talking about Hey Dudes and they're like, I love my dudes. And it's like, that's the most cringe thing ever to call them your dudes.
The dudes are at 14 minutes 59 seconds. I think the Crocs are here to stay though. I think the collabs are cool.
I love Croc. All the collabs are so dope.
I'll tell you when I got
McDonald's ones. They've done
CPA. I mean, you're probably not around the water much. I don't know. I'm just imagining. But dude, where they're awesome and what they were originally designed for, and that's why I got the first pair because I was like, I'm not going to wear them to wear them. But like, dude, I don't like wearing those aqua socks, those tight, like with the soles on the bottom. But you go to like. I don't know, a water park or whatever, or somewhere like rivers or whatever. Like these things are so great for that kind of stuff. Like, especially chasing kids around,
dude. And I don't know. Dude, yeah, they're the ultimate vacation shoe because they really are because
you're sent out so many times, right?
No, and like no matter the environment. No matter the environment, if you and I wore my Disney ones on a cruise, and on a cruise, you get off the boat, you go on an excursion, you go out on the beach, whatever. Dude, no matter what the environment, you can literally take it off and just rinse it out, and it's dry in 5 seconds because it's rubber. Like and at the same time, bro, like I swear,
I love when Brent gets fired.
Dude, I can put them in sport mode, bro. And absolutely,
that whole thing drives me crazy.
I can be chill in them and have them.
You do ever do half and half, Brent? Dude, those are cool.
If I had to fucking hoop in some Crocs, I could, dude. Throw them in sport mode. I'm hooping in Crocs. That's my Croc consensus. And I'm actually about to put a link in the private. I think these right here, Sean, are like some of the hardest in the game, bro. The link I just put in the. Throw those up on the screen real quick. And see if anybody likes those.
What? Oh boy!
Throw those up on the screen.
All right,
dude. These I wish I got them. They're still available, but like the Lightning McQueen ones, dude. They had like lights in them, dude. Those go crazy. Those sold out like immediately every time they were available.
Oh, the Buzz, yeah. But Brent likes to wear like louder stuff, so I mean, this is
dude. I have Disney ones that are purple.
I know these are. Tyler would wear these probably.
Dude, with the Andy on the inside, come on.
I wouldn't wear them modern day. Like I would wear them 5 years ago.
Bro, I'd wear them right now. I'll walk around.
They have them?
Yeah, they're available. I'm tempted, dude. I'd walk around in Brickworld in these.
Oh, I kind of need these.
Dude, and they have Woody ones. Scroll down. See if they have the Woody ones, just like when you scroll down a little bit.
And see, you can add the charms, It doesn't do
they have Woody ones. And the cool thing about having the Woody ones, dude, if you had a pair of the Buzzes and a pair of the Woodies, you could like alternate. Like you can wear one of each.
Let's see.
Do they have the Woodies? They got the Woodies, bro. Dude, the Woodies are sick too, dude. And
I don't like the cow thing. I would have. I don't know what else you would have done.
It's Woody.
I don't know what else you would have done. But...
Bro, I mean, the buzzes are doper, but like, dude.
All right, so CPA, sick, absolute gun to the head. If you had to wear
the Buzz Lightyears, bro.
Hold on. I'll throw you a third choice. I'll make.
They have McDonald's ones.
No,
what other?
I want to hear the answer because I already can predict what CPA would pick.
Bro, the Shrek ones were fire.
CPA, if you had to pick, and Tyler too. I mean, you're already a Crocs enjoyer. Would you do the Woodies or the Buzz?
Probably the Buzz, because that cowhide is.
Yeah, the cowhide's ridiculous.
But it's ridiculously good because it's recognizable.
They should have just done the normal cowboy boot. No need for cowhide. Save the cowhide for Jesse.
These are awesome. These are really good.
The buzzes are sick.
I don't know if I'd wear them, but I like them.
No, I would. You would wear them, Sean. You know where you would wear them? At Disney with your freaking fam, dude.
Oh yeah.
You walk around Disney in those. Talk about Raw Dog and Disney, dude. And the Star Wars ones are legit too, bro. Oh, these are different. Those are like a different mold. They have the same colorway and like the normal.
We're talking about them like sets.
No, seriously, this is a different
CPA out of the three, though, right? CPA, if you were forced,
the black ones,
yeah.
These are a different mold, though. They're not like the normal clock or the clog, but they have.
Be honest, these tubes go hard.
The Chewies
have
fur
dual molded.
Yeah, dude. They got. Dude, honestly though, these
Croc
charms, the when you look at the Crocs,
hey, people are hanging around for Croc Talk. I thought I was going to look at the viewers and see like 32.
When you look at some of them that already have the charms on them, like even Sean, those are technically molded. They're molded.
He's going to
molded into it.
No, these are cool. The Grogu's, no way.
But the Chewies, bro, the Chewies with the fur on the inside, come on, bro. You wear those in the wintertime. The Darth Maul charm, dude, all the different charms and shit.
Yeah.
How well does the fur dry? Does it dry super quick, or is that
I don't know. Those are like the only ones I've ever seen with fur on the inside.
There's a lot of them. I've never had the fur ones. I think that would be super rancid after a while.
It would not be great.
Those are cool though. Those are at least like semi-wearable, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you wear those with socks in the wintertime, you know.
Croc Talk.
Croc Talk. Right. I'm about it, dude. Let's do like 2 minutes a week on Croc Talk.
Croc Talk. New seg, Croc Talk.
I love it.
Tyler,
I'm telling you, I have work
Croc Talk, new segment. You into it?
They literally make slip resistant work Crocs.
Tyler, what do you wear? Work. You wear just like normie white or black, right? You keep your Crocs pretty
No, the only pair of Crocs I've ever had were pink.
Pink.
There you go.
Is cool.
Tyler dead?
Now listen, hey, I'll say this though. You know what was the tipping point for me? Because for the longest time, I was in the camp like I'll never wear Crocs ever in my life. But you know what was the tipping point for me, guys, and people in the chat? I saw J. Cole on stage performing in a pair of black Crocs, and I'm like, it's okay now. It's acceptable. J. Cole's got them on.
He's an influencer. What are you gonna do?
It's J. Cole though. It's not like just some
pink Crocs are hot. Cole. See, there you go. Macros into it. Yeah.
I've seen people rock the white ones too. The white ones are kind of cool.
Who?
J. Cole, bro.
Don't worry, the card segment's coming. All right, yeah, for the go home spot. Oh, let's get some weekly picks. Where's my weekly pickups thing?
Bought recently.
I'll start with mine real quick because you guys saw the short, but or some of you did, but yeah.
Dude, I can't believe you got
$5.
That's crazy. That beats Tyler on all his.
Yep, $5. $5.
What, 95% off?
Yeah, 95% off, man.
Crazy.
I'm ecstatic about it. I think yeah, it was wild. So like basically we have we all know about the thing that was a month ago, Tyler. I like how you listed the clearances in sequential order on a post. But there was that time where it was around, I guess it started around the Fritzy video, that we did with Fritz doing the run and whatever. So a month ago, maybe, yeah, whatever. And, I think this is one of those boys that was like 35 and then 50. And I think most places were gone of most of the heaters when they hit 50. And I don't know. I was just in Target as I am frequently. And, it was on, the end cap over by the book side, not the main good end cap where they're featuring stuff. And it was kind of stuffed in there with like, I don't know, unwanted merch. And so I was like, oh, this might be a refuge from that clearance, or it got returned, or I don't know, but like, you know, it wasn't tagged. So I took it to the thing, the in-store scanner, because it's like an aisle away, and I scanned it, and it was says item not found, not in inventory. And I was like, So then I took my app, and I scanned it with that. Same story, and I didn't even have it available online. So now I'm like, well, now we're cooking, because there's no frame of reference for the price now. And I was like, if it's less than 50, I'll think about it, because I had a chance maybe to buy it at 50, and I was like, I don't like it that much. So I go up there, and I asked the guy to scan it. Or I go to self-checkout, it gives you the same error for the third time, not in inventory. Target associate is on the way. Like, I didn't even have to be like, excuse me. It just did the red light of doom. And guy comes over, he goes, oh, how can I help you? You know, and I'm like, hey, scan this. And I was like, I don't know, it's not coming up. He goes, huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Well, now it's $5. And he goes, and I go,
That's so amazing. Shout out to that employee.
So you saw on there, I think I was sent on an errand to buy something, and the total of the receipt was $10. But like, what did I get for the other? It was like barbecue sauce or something. It's like basically I was sent to go grab something we needed for a dinner that we didn't have or whatever, and I got half of my ticket was a $100 Lego set for $5. It was crazy.
You should have countered at $3 and seen what he said.
No, I couldn't get my wallet, my
card out fast.
I couldn't get my red card app out fast enough. Like before, remember, lesson for the kids: time kills all deals, man. When you see a good deal, you gotta pounce.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
that's crazy.
Employee of the year.
Now it's $5.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if that guy himself would have the power. We're going to have to go on a walkie and be like, can we get a price check? And can we get a store manager? I was right. I think I might've mumbled. I go, I don't know, but it was in the clearance section. I think that helped lead the water a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that he might've said, was there another one or something? But I do remember getting that off. Like, I found this in the clearance section. And I think I proactively told him, I think I might have said, I found this in the clearance section and I scanned it and I couldn't get a price either. And something like that. So like, then the seed was planted. And I think for them, if it's not in inventory, based on what I know about retail, then whatever they would have sold it to me for in a way would have been profit, unless they originally shrunk that out because they thought I was lost, So guy got fired the next day. Now I gave him a high five the next time I saw him. I'm like Sonic 5, what up?
Sonic 5, what up? Sonic 5.
They go, why you call you that? I'm gonna go see if there's anything else that's on
let me go find
traceable.
That's not
because people did ask, they're like, circle back and get another. Believe me, if there was another one, I would have got it, but there wasn't one. Craziest clearance story I've heard. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, how
Can
about
you imagine?
Did the glasses catch it? Yeah, Ostif, where you at? There's a short on it, bro.
AM Fresh Hour found the
conversation.
Room.
That's a good question, Ostif. Maybe he meant the guy, because I think he's seen the short. You know what? I have to watch the. I'm gonna have to go through my glasses footage for a outtakes thing. That could be pretty funny.
Are those just always rolling, or you gotta manually start it?
I start them.
They only go for a minute, right?
They go for a minute, but I usually what I do is I click, and it there's an indicator in your ear that you recorded, and then you click again that it's off. It's like two different ding sounds. But generally speaking, I'll get to the thing, I'll click the thing, say the thing, and sometimes a couple times, and then out. And the reason I do that is obviously it streamlines the edit. Now, realistically, I could go through and do 5 1-minute things, but like that's a lot more chopping than I need for that sort of talking to toys video. But there are times I do need to CPA, this with footage. I do need to let it like breathe more sometimes. Like they shouldn't be as short as they are, because you know, like I've made it a point now to count to one, like count to three before I start talking, just because sometimes when I was first doing it, it would pick me up like mid sentence and stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work. Austin, it's all good, man. Guys, show some love. He's had the blues for the last few weeks.
Mixed blue with red.
Brachiosaurus for 40. I saw a lot of people getting them for 10.
Yeah,
It's
that was
crazy.
common.
Okay. I found some for 40 and like called Sean. I was like, hey, you need any more of these?
Nah, dude. I'm good on those now.
Why is it just me now?
Weekly pickups. Are you going to show off cards?
I already showed off my big order from last week, right? I mean, I already showed all this stuff. So no, I don't. I mean, nothing Lego. I don't think I really got any. I mean, I got a few Pokemon singles, on the way to the thing or whatever the other day, but nothing crazy.
I think we've lost Brent to cards officially. I think this is we're all watching it. Tyler agrees.
I've been not buying anything really. I haven't really been buying cards or anything. I've just been chilling. I've been just getting caught up on life,
CPA, any weekly picks?
No, just a couple minifigs for some shorts. It's actually kind of a momentous occasion because I've never actively purchased something just to make a video or short. So this is like the first time I spent like $18 to literally just make a short and see if I can get some more success. So hopefully,
CPA is going to definitely have a weekly pickup for next Thursday.
Yeah. Picked up some stuff from the old Life Bricks store.
Bionicle cards?
No, actually. I've got the corner on that.
Yeah, okay.
Flord wants to know if I buy Lorcana. Here's the sealed Chapter 1 box for you, dude. I'm going to sit on this for a while.
Tyler, what do you got? I know you keep us updated on the Discord, but...
Yeah, I mean, of course, just the regular old dozens and dozens of clearance things. But, like, the two most interesting things, I guess, for me, like, this week, it was two different Facebook deals were pretty cool. The one, you guys saw all those brickheads for $20, and then the one that I just got back from right before I hopped on here, it was 22 pounds of Lego and 55 figures, and then like literally like bags and bags of like accessories and like good stuff, and that was $85 for that. And the biggest thing there is it was like, I don't know, man, like 2010, 2011 Harry Potter's like haunting me, dude, with the amount of stuff like I find in like lots and stuff like that just is from that era. But like this time it's good because guaranteed there's a 2011 Diagon Alley mixed in there because like all the figs are out, some of the pieces there. And the biggest thing out of that Diagon Alley is there's 26, if there's 26 sand green bricks in there that have like the little like slot in them. And they're only in that set in the Green Grocer, and they go for like $5 each. So
wow,
just me picking out those 26 out of that bin, pays like 85 and more, even gas, and then there's all the extra stuff left.
Any heater figs?
Nothing beyond, like I said, some of the 2011 Harry Potter, like some of the biggest things, like there's a Bellatrix Lestrange. There's two of like the Weasley, like basically all the Diagon Alley, like all the exclusive Diagon Alley figures are all $15 plus pretty much. So like even that, so no like direct heater stuff, but honestly, the moment I realized that, which again, luckily, bro, because like the bin that he had it in, like that's the problem with my car, like half these bins don't even fit in. So like luckily I brought smaller bins to like be able to literally dump it out and pour it in my car. Yeah, because, half these bulk bins don't even fit in my trunk. But it's like as I was pouring the big bin in his driveway into smaller bins, like I like vividly already counted like 15 of those $5 pieces. So it's like I'm solid just there.
Nice.
Damn. I don't know, man. It just seems like a lot of our like non-land member peeps are just not picking up stuff as frequently right now. I think we've been.
You guys think the cards got a hold of me? Not
no,
just
well, no. I mean, it's interesting. I'm just thinking about it, and of course, we did just get done with a real big wave, but nobody here cleared the side on those either. So I think it's a combination of like a lot happening, and then also like we're just too smart. I think in a way too, because it's like we know all this stuff with it.
There's literally just 0 point of buying stuff quick.
8 weeks or less, and we're getting into holiday season. It's like the Falcon's going to hit 20% somewhere. All of them will.
Well, dude, and like I've said too, like and look, I mean,
Target goes nuts around Christmas time too, man.
Well,
and Lego has that. Lego went nuts last year, so
yeah.
Well, I was gonna just say like
deals, baby.
Just really quick, like on like just like modern Lego too, like where it's just like I've said it before, man. Like I just get so like there's part of me like sure, like I want to wait anyway, like no point in paying full price. Like I know it's gonna go on sale, get on clearance. Like I know that already, but like it also just doesn't help the fact of like again, like Avengers Tower release day. It's like sure, like I would like the set because like the big stuff, like sure you can get it on sale eventually, a little 20%, but like that's really kind of like you got to really like it to want to get it. And it's like you probably are going to get it day one if you do want to buy it. But it's like all this stuff, again, like I've said it before, man, like I just hate like, dude. And like, I'm not about to say this because it's like I need to have like everything exclusive to me and like, oh, there can only be 50 people that own it. Like, I don't care for that. But it's like just between being on all these social media platforms, like, doing the YouTube scroll, the Reddit scroll, the Instagram scroll, like doing that like on a daily basis, it's like I just see all this shit too much. Like I just don't like I genuinely just don't give a flying F about like anything on the shelves really, because it's just like, dude, I just get it's in front of my face too much. Like, and the thing is too, like again, it doesn't come down to like being like a prestige thing, but like I just view it in the fact of like, and that's why I like older Lego. I feel like a lot of it too. It's like, again, I don't care that like I don't care about the fact of like trying to act like I'm better than anyone, but like there's obviously some level, and that's why like I feel like people just don't get it. Like in the Lego space, like there's some level of collectability, and again, I think all of us go through it at some point. All right, like it's not that we think we're better than someone else, but like if we pull out and like get a good deal on a 2002 set, you know what I mean? That just like factually 80% of us just don't own. Like I just feel like there's just a level of that where it's just like you don't see it often.
Right.
You have a little extra level of like proudness of your purchase.
Yeah.
And like a little extra like again, but and I
like the green Toy Story
don't
thing.
get that with new stuff.
Yeah,
like
and
I think
the Green Army Men from Toy Story that
we all just freaked out over that. Yeah. No, I agree, and I think everything's samey. I will say getting my click is a lot harder than it used to be too.
Everyone just has the same shit. Like everyone, like, and that's just the reality of it. Like it's gonna happen either way, but like just everyone is limited to buying the exact same shit that's on the shelves for the exact same years it's on. Like it's just redundant in my opinion. Just everyone has the same.
It's that time of the night for the Tyler.
Hey man, maybe that's
it takes Tyler 2 hours and 15 minutes to get warmed up for a stream.
Yeah.
This is like the third inning for him, second inning.
Maybe that lends to why I picked up a second hobby, because like I said, you walk down the Lego aisle or go in the Lego store and it's like the same
but see, Brent, I mean, it's also probably a little bit different. Well, see, I'll say this much. It's probably a little bit different for me too, since again, I've like willingly and like actually really, really like the fact that I've gotten out of Pokemon cards, Black Series, and Funko. Like I'm proud of myself and I'm glad I have. But it's like I feel like that also, as much as I kind of like talk smack about Lego 24/7, like I'm still just like a 24/7 Lego guy. Like and I feel like there's obviously some level of that has to do with the fact of like it is my job, it's my career. Like, you know, I always look at it in the fact of like, again, technically anything I buy, like anything I look at Lego wise, anything I learn Lego wise, anything I buy, sell, trade, you know, post, you know, anything I do with Lego is like technically part of like my day job. You know what I mean? So it's like I just feel like it's worth it in that regard. You know what I mean? And it's like I've just kind of fully realized, you know, sure, as much as like, believe me, like I'd love to crack $500 of Pokemon card packs, but it's like it's just the hard reality. I mean, it's just I get no in a time like this where I'm at in my life, like when there's no, yeah, sure, like I still spend fun money and everything like that, but like when there's no direct monetary gain or business gain, I feel like I've truly really been proud of myself in the last like year or two in the fact of like not just blowing money for no reason, which, you know, I feel like that's why I've really kind of gone to only Lego, because like I said, like anything I do Lego wise in some way or another fits back to what I need to do as a career. You know what I mean? So it's like that's where I feel like we're just fundamentally different, Brent. But that's just what it is, because I mean, you have a real job, you know, that like you work those hours, you get your money, like you're doing it separate, and like and your hobbies. Think about it, like your hobbies are truly separate from your job, which is like that's where like you could be like, all right, like hey, if I'm gonna spend $100 on Pokemon,
well, in the bet,
like it's just it's totally just random. That's a random $100 that you willingly know you're gonna technically kind of waste on fun, you know?
Yeah. Well, so it helps because Lana helped me get back into Lego, and she helped me get back into Pokemon. Like she was 2.5, and I introduced her to Lego, and then she kind of already liked just Pokemon the show and everything, and then eventually got into that. But
well, hey, I'm happy she got you back into Lego.
Brent, can you get me the gunship?
I'm trying to. I forget where I was going. I was going somewhere else with that, but no. I think what I like about like Pokemon is that I don't really. I'm never gonna post about it or anything or talk about it on here that much. So it's like
just yours.
It's just a separate thing, and I think that's one thing that I really like about that. And plus, like there's like 4 card shops in my town. My buddy owns one. Like I've started playing the game with Lana. Like it's, even though I know Tyler said you'll never start playing the game, but I have been playing the game is actually pretty fun, I will say. So I guess that's cool too, because like think about it this way. It's like, you know, somebody's in the Lego hobby and they only collect and build sets. They never build mocks. And then you got people in Pokemon that only collect and they never play the game.
Right. It's a subculture.
I
probably the vast majority don't play.
I collect and then also have been getting into the game, so there's that other avenue there.
Well, here's a question, Brent. I mean, do you kind of feel the same way in the Pokemon space, though, that? Well, do you feel the same way that, like, you know, say the new set comes out, like, are you still able to fully trigger it as a pure hobby enjoyment for yourself and only for yourself, or do you still get some, you know, vibes of like, damn, you know, here's the new set, but like, oh, dude, it's, you know, there's only 250 different cards here. Every other person on the planet's cracking it. Like, there's nothing special about this.
No,
like, I'm the normie now. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever feel like the normie in your own hobby?
Sort of, but not really. Kind of, but like less and less. I mean, like
later, Austin, feel better, brother.
Later, man. I've you know, collected the cards when I was young. I've always been into Pokemon in general, whether it's the video games, Pokemon Go, the anime, like, because like people were like, "Oh, you should play Magic," and it's like, yeah, but I don't care about any of the characters that are in Magic. They don't even like Magic doesn't have like staple characters like Charizard and Pikachu. Maybe they do, but I don't know. Like I would rather buy freaking Lorcana over, you know, getting Magic. Like not a knock against Magic or anybody out there that likes Magic. I do like that Magic does IPs. Like Magic came out with Lord of the Rings cards. They're doing Assassin's Creed cards. I do like that they do like IPs like that. I don't really know how they get away with that. Mm-hmm. Like just being like, oh, we're gonna do Lord of the Rings cards. Oh, we're gonna do Assassin's Creed.
Who is this?
Magic the Gathering.
Well,
I didn't know they could do IPs like that.
They just buy a license for it. It's not a big deal. It's kind of like how it's like what Fortnite does. Same thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's usually it's just like a for something like that. It's like probably a wave or whatever, a one and done kind of thing. But that makes sense.
No, Tyler. I definitely do feel. Just to finish off Tyler's question here, I do kind of feel like the normie sometimes, but it's kind of good to be, you're in a hobby where you're not a normie and you know everything, but then it's kind of nice to have a hobby where you don't know everything and it's kind of new.
But there's almost part of me, where I feel like Lego as a company is turning Lego in the past 5 years, I feel like has turned the entire Lego community and demographic into either a Lego shill or a normie. Like factually, I feel like that's the only I feel like that's the only two groupings that Lego has allowed to happen in the last 5 years.
But there's so much that we don't see, and I know we all talked to Andy. He has a lot better purview of this than we do because he sees it every day. So I feel like there's so much that we don't see as people that are in it day in and day out. We don't see all the grandmas going to the Lego store to buy XYZ little set or $50, $60 set for their grandkid, or parents buying for their kids. Like we don't see any of that. At least I don't see any of that.
But what I'm kind of getting at, CPA, is like I'm even to the point where it's like, bro, like I'm almost thinking that like I'm on the same level as that grandma. Like I just feel like that's where Lego is putting me. Like grandma Jean is a normie, you know what I mean? And then Life Bricks here, Tyler, I'm like, I just feel like, I don't know, man, Lego has like really put like a big line in the sand of like, there's not even like different tiers of normies anymore. I feel like at one point you could maybe get into like a level 1 normie, a level 2, a level 3.
Why do you feel like you're a normie now? Just because there's nothing
I feel like everyone's
really
a normie.
like.
Like it's just because I just feel like Lego's just so like, I feel like Lego itself, like from a creativity standpoint, is so like stagnant that like.
But what do you mean? They try to get creative.
They
try to get creative with dreams, and then they try to get creative with. I mean, you got to give them a little kudos for some of the stuff they're trying with. Maybe Star Wars is too sensitive of an issue, but like, they tried something on that last wave. I thought that was a nice little spice up.
See, I don't think it's not Lego's fault per se. I would say it's more so just a product of the environment that Lego is cool now. And so the product itself has become streamlined, not
mainstream
because
too. Yeah.
Lego, mainstream, maybe streamlined.
No, it is both work.
Yeah, so it's become mainstream, so it's normal. Not because of necessarily what Lego's done, but because of what
take
something
like Disney, and Sean can attest to this because he's been to the theme parks a million times. He's involved with like the Disney culture moments of the magics out there in the chat. Disney is so huge, right?
There's all kinds of different fans.
You run into people that are like, "Oh yeah, I love Disney. I'm a big Disney. Oh, have you ever been to the theme parks? Oh no, have you seen this movie? No, they're just." They're normie.
Yeah, parks people are different. There's some diehards that know facts about the stuff and when it opened and
or just even just the movies and the subject matter too.
There's people who claim to be huge fans, but it's like not to say it's gatekeeping, but yeah, I mean, there's different levels to all of it, But I get it, Tyler. Your tastes are vastly different. I mean, look, there's a reason why people are driven to cards because it's a nice. Like these Lego cards, it's a twist, it's a relief, it's a whatever. It's still staying connected, but doing something different.
The thing is, dude, the cards almost makes me feel like, dude, I'm climbing up a tree like I'm Tarzan, and I decide to go on the branch to the left. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I feel like I'm at, like with the cards, like, and it's just such like a. I think I even texted you this earlier, Sean. It's like, it just. I mean. Dude, and I don't know, man. I think that also comes down to the fact of like, look, in all reality, bro, I wish in times like tonight and a lot of these ACOP shows and even a lot of my own streams and like even like Instagram story, like I feel like 50% of the time of like when I talk, like I wish I had like one of those like Elon Musk neural links in my brain that I could just like plug into my computer and just like all my thoughts just like texted out into a comment. So then like everyone just truly got every point I was trying to make. Because it's like the thing is, it's like because I can see how what I'm saying doesn't make much sense, and I feel like that's kind of where CPA was kind of coming from. Like I kind of honestly don't look at this just like because I just feel like I'm sitting here, like I'm just saying what I'm saying, and CPA is just over there. Like I could just like see his brain processing. What the fuck is this guy saying? And it's like, and then he called me out on it. Like I get it. He called me out on it. Like what the f is this guy saying?
No, I get it. I think he's just trying to peel the. I don't want to speak for CPA. I think he gets the gist. But hold on. We got.
But I get it though, Sean. You know what I mean? It was like if CPA could like get a full, kind of bullet points, do like 10 of them. The like exact thoughts out of my brain, then CPA might get me a little bit more. But it's like I'm not translating.
We wouldn't have much of a podcast. That's why we got to talk about it. I'm getting a data point when you say it. And
you want to do short form? Take that somewhere else. Yeah.
And then dude, the more I think about it, man, there's no shot I can ever do short form, man. I sit here and talk for 27 minutes about anything and everything, man.
It's a skill, though. But you know what? You've got heater posts where you say one or two things on there, and they're fine, and they're succinct, and they drive a point. You can do it. I struggle with it too. That's why I do what I do, where I just blabber stuff.
Yeah, just Tyler, think about like in the beginning of your videos where you go through like a spiel of what you're about to talk about. That could be in essence kind of what your short form would be like when you kind of go, because everybody knows like the first like 15-20 seconds you got to hook somebody. So you just got.
But it's like, it's the hard reality of it. It's like. Actually, I don't even know what the hard reality of it this time. I don't. I'm lost. I really don't. Bro. You thought I had the reality right there, but I didn't.
Tyler is like listening to the architect in the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean,
Tyler's been talking for a good 20 minutes straight, and I still don't know what his point is, but I'm here for it. Yeah. See,
is it not the environment? Like Lego's cool now, so just everything is normal. Is that
Lego?
Is that a little bit of it at least?
Popular.
Tyler.
Look, I think. It's almost like speaking of like architecture, didn't someone just say architect? Brickhead Brett said architect in the Matrix. Yeah, speaking of architecture, or what's the saying? I feel like Lego is the architect of their own destruction. Isn't that a saying? Isn't that like a phrase?
Yeah, so. Could be.
I feel like to an extent, like actually, although, dude, I mean, I don't know if I could blame Lego. I don't know because I mean, I feel like obviously like some 2020 stuff that was totally out of their control, and like I don't think they ever expected. All the people coming in there, grabbing a little, speed champ on a Friday night, when COVID like I don't think they expected that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess I can't really say architect of their own destruction, but like the one thing I can say is I think maybe I can put it this way. Maybe Lego's like riding a wave that they're getting very fortunate. There's not a shark in there type thing. You know what I mean? Like that's almost like maybe the best way I can kind of put it. Like, because there's part of me where it's like, and sure, like maybe it kind of all goes back to the thing of like, just modern Lego itself. Like as I kind of said, like say there's 100,000 of us, and it's like, August 1st comes around and all 100,000 of us are all like, I mean, dude, think about it. Like we're all a bunch of like ants, bro, like in an anthill. You know what I mean? Like we're all a bunch of. I mean, honestly, the more I think about it, man, we're a bunch of like ants in an anthill, and dude, and we're like
Lego leaks.
Think about it. Hold on. There's like an apple slice, bro, like 2 feet down the sidewalk, and that's the Jedi Bob Starfighter, and that's the Jedi Bob Starfighter, and we're just a bunch of ants coming out of the hill, bro, just to go get.
Mayo says they're getting a little crocky.
Bring it back, bro. That's how I feel like we're in, dude. Like we're a bunch of ants in an anthill. Like I feel like hear me out. We're either ants or we're in land. I feel like that's the difference. Ants or land.
So what's
either already have it or
you're
thought process?
Yeah. What's the fit? Is it talking about pickups? That's what brought this on, right?
Yeah,
weekly pickups. We're talking about how the shelves aren't.
He's saying he's doing it for work. It's work, but you've been living in that parallel of work and fandom for a long time. It sounds like it's more just work now, and you're kind of venting about a guy who's not currently happy with work, which is normal. I think a lot of people.
Well, honestly, bro, I've been very proud of what I've been doing working wise, but I feel
I'm proud of you too. I'm saying your experience. So you're fulfilled on that side. You wish there was more stuff for Tyler the fan happening now.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I wish. Yeah, the fans.
So because you perked up the hardest at the Toy Story Green Men. That was like probably one of the top 3 favorite moments of the whole stream. So like, look, I get it. I think searching for weird oddities and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with it. Some people have made these stages of a Lego fan video. One of them in particular was like pretty awesome. I probably described it, but you've got the most years than you have anybody here. I mean, I think even more than CPA, but as far as consistently and doing this at a pretty high level. So I think it's normal. And I think getting involved in fringe stuff, like talking with us on the show and like getting cards and chasing deals to build like it's just an evolution, you know. But I hope they make something that excites you again, Tyler, like the sail barge. I mean, we're all very excited about sail barge.
Well, speaking of,
you're going to be, but you get it. I know you, and this is what you're thinking.
But Sean,
hold on, tell me if I'm wrong before you say it. I'm going to say get hyped about the sail barge, and even if just stick with me. You're already concerned, and you're probably already halfway there in your mind that, oh my God, this is going to be so overplayed to death. I'm going to be bored of it. And right. You already hate the barge because whether it's good or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to see it.
You're like, I'm tired of it.
Right. So you're going to pre-hate it for that reason.
but Sean, I guess going back to, I mean, sure, you're hyped about the barge, but Sean, be honest with me for a second. I mean, get real here for like 60 seconds. I mean,
I'm always, what are you talking about?
I mean, after the analogy that I just said, can you honestly tell me that you don't feel like, you know, a honeybee going to the honeycomb? You know what I mean? Like just for the sail barge, like that, and that's it. Like you're just like a drone. You're a drone bee protecting the queen, which is the sail barge. Like, do you not feel like
that? Do I think there's a level of that with like a lot of different things for a lot of people. Like, you know, I don't know. Like
Sean, I mean,
I like to get family pizza on a Friday. I don't.
Sean, do you feel like you're being puppeteered into hyping up the sail barge?
Me? No one's controlling. I'm independently hyped. I'd like to go on record that I'm probably the most hyped of this. Like, I'm not being influenced by anybody or anything other than my own head on this. When I make these statements about this, it's for me, and it's something that I've really wanted. You're saying that it's been drilled into my head that I need to promote this somehow. Probably there's a little bit of manipulation of tapping into nostalgia, and I already like the set, but like not tactically. What am I looking for? But there's nothing, you know, we're not paid to say any of it. I don't know what you're getting at. Like I'm hyping it because I'm genuinely excited about it, and I feel like it's a slight underdog, and I hope it underperforms. I hope it overperforms expectations for once in a while.
I saw the Cinemolecular whatever. Honestly, this is funny. I was gonna try to say his name.
Shy is more hyped now. See?
And then I was gonna say he said a word that I can't even pronounce, but I can't even pronounce his name either. So the dude I can't pronounce said a word I can't pronounce, and then that reminded me of it was extra.
You struggle with molecules, so I want to make sure.
Therapy session.
So he said that, bro, and that made me think of like, isn't there a saying called imposter syndrome? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is there almost? Do you think there's almost a level where I feel like an imposter syndrome for like Lego collecting almost? Is that proper terminology? You think?
No, I think so.
That would not be the proper. Imposter syndrome is typically in CPA. You probably have the more technical, but imposter syndrome is like where you don't believe that you should be in the position you're in to be doing the thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you have self-doubt. In other words, like, let me give you an example. It's like if you. What was that movie about the president when he was like the 10th in line? Remember
that? Olympus Has Fallen?
My Date with the President's Daughter?
I don't know. Well, I guess regardless, whatever the show was, my wife used to watch it. It's whatever. It's like you think you're like all of a sudden you're put into a really big position and you start having doubts of why you should be there. So in other words, if like
I'm not gonna lie, I guess maybe. I mean, the more I think about it, that might not be involving Lego collecting as a whole. That might be me as the whatever you want to call it, the persona of Life Bricks. Maybe that's where I'm feeling. Right? I mean, would that fit better more?
Do you feel like you don't deserve role?
notoriety, and you feel like is that because that's what that's what that really defines is like you don't deserve the success you have. You feel like you're pretending. You feel like you're not as good as people say you are, or maybe I'm going a little more CPA, but those are kind of themes
that's pretty spot on. Like imagine Tyler, you have a video tomorrow, it just blows up, it gets 3 million views, now you have 500,000 subs, and you feel like
you shouldn't take any credit.
I can't believe I got this. I don't deserve this. Someone else should have gotten this.
This was luck. That's another imposter syndrome. A lot of people say is luck. They tell themselves that I was just lucky to get this spot or lucky to do this thing. And sometimes that's true, but a lot of times like, nope, it's just luck. These people, these people shouldn't be watching or whatever. That's imposter syndrome.
I mean, see, I think to better kind of put that to like kind of where I'm at, then I guess I maybe wouldn't classify it as that because I think there's a level of here's where I think I'm at. I think it's weird. I think
that's not.
So you get 1 million views on a Deadpool short, and then you're forced to change your username. It's funny because he's no longer CPA. Go ahead, Tyler.
Well, I think it comes down to doing this for over a decade. I think there's a level of me that I don't feel like that imposter syndrome in the regards of like what I was able to accumulate over a decade, if that makes sense. Like, right. I don't feel that, but I also feel like imposter syndrome of like what I have not been able to fully grasp and do over the decade I have been doing this, where it's like, man, it's weird. It's like, I feel like with where I'm at, I don't feel like I should not be here, but I feel like it's almost like hitting me extra hard where it's like, oh, this is only where I'm at type of thing. You know what I mean? So maybe that's the total inverse. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's imposter syndrome.
That's midlife crisis a little
early.
bit.
Or like mid-career crisis or something, like mid-career crisis.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like to me, which is totally healthy and normal. I think I thought that some of that was going on when you took your break and like, and you came back and you were hyped for Brickworld, got you out of the doldrums, and it seems, you've still got some figuring out to do with your relationship with Lego and this thing. I would say this. And you did go on record a little bit ago saying that you've divorced yourself probably for fiscal reasons, maybe more than others, than any other reason, of cutting yourself off from other hobbies and things to get into because it doesn't contribute to your work or whatever. I'm going to say that was probably a mistake to steer so heavy into that, because if Lego's all you got, then Lego's all you got. And you got to have, I tease Brent about shoehorning Pokemon in here, but look, it's cool. Look, we're all being confession time here. That Transformer movie, I'm looking forward to it. It awoke my inner fandom of that, and I've picked up for a few of the kids and one or two for myself. You know what I mean? So like, it's okay to dabble. Like
so coming from a fiscal aspect, I mean, the hard reality is just I just need to get my own house. Like that's honestly that's been the biggest thing that has been a mental block and like a mental thing that's just kept me down. I mean, obviously, look, I mean, I think even 4 years ago, it's obviously like, oh, like want to move. Like I think you think that, but like I feel like, and look, I mean, this is like a whole different tangent for like a long thing and everything, but like, I'm gonna keep it real. I mean, my 23rd birthday was like the downfall, like the biggest downfall of like my life. Like, I mean, these past like since like the moment I turned 23, like that night, it was just like a life revelation. And I've been like genuinely the biggest downward spiral of all time. Like, sure, I've had some BS happen over the years, but like I still stayed in shape. I still kept the career going. I still posted on YouTube. Like, I still was like looking positive to things because it was a little bit easier to be like, hey, I'm 20. I'm not moved out yet. Like, hey, I've got 3 years to go. Like, you know, like I can still go up from here. Like, but like the second I hit like 23 was like the number that just like somehow, some way, just like truly just made me think to myself, like, I don't know, like, not that my life's over, but like once I hit 23, I really felt like that was the end of like anything, like, which is just so crazy to think about, because like, what's the true difference between like 21 and 23? Like 2 years, like in the grand scheme of like an 80-year-old life, like 2 years isn't really anything, but like,
it's a very big percentage.
You
though,
listen to
life.
too much Blink-182. Nobody likes you when you're 20.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but Tyler, 2 years for you is a much bigger percentage than it is for
10%.
me. It's 10% of your life, dude. Thank you.
Right.
I think about that with my kids all the time.
I guess you're right on that.
I think about that with my kids all the time. The leap from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so on. Like, I don't know when, you know, people say there's different ages when somebody's like fully baked, is mostly baked of who they're going to be, you know. But I can tell you that at 23, I wasn't doing nearly anything as cool as you are, or you know, none of these options were available, quite frankly. But like, dude, you got everything in front of you. And if you feel like you want to try something else, this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
But like, it's like the hard rally. Like, I don't though, because it's like, there's been 4 or 5 other things I've tried over the past decade, or
you got to keep trying them
for months and months. And it's like every single, like, you know, from a career standpoint or a hobby standpoint, both things, like over the past decade of 10 different career options I've thought of and dabbled into going into, and like even started on some between career and again, even other hobby things. Both those things have all accumulated to, you know, like the year ago, 2 year ago kind of cutoff of like, all right, Lego's it. They both merge, they're together, and that's it. And they're the sole proprietors going forward. Like, so it's like, I think to myself, like, how is there anything? I don't want anything else. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, if a decade worth of it has funneled into the same path now, and like, it was a pretty easy decision for me to make. I mean, it's literally been 10 other careers I've avoided and not wanted to go to, and just like stopped thinking about. 5 hobbies I've stopped. Like, it's like, how do I, like, I don't know, like, is that not pretty definitive? I don't know. You know what I mean? Of like that Lego and like online and talking Lego, doing Lego, you know, and just that type of stuff. Is that not definitive now after a decade of funneling it, you know?
I can tell you as the old guy, you're going to pivot and change so many things in the next 20 years. But I will say, like, you know, it was like, don't live life with regrets and think about what if and all that stuff. You are at the perfect age right now. And in the you're thinking about still being at home as this anchor. And I understand it. And this is, again, super old guy talk, but dude, everybody's like, I would give anything to be able to try new things at that age. This is when you're supposed to test waters and do stuff before you get anchored with a mortgage and with a wife and the kids and all. There's a reason all those old guys will be like, man, it'd be good to be you for, and that is the main reason. It's not, it's that you do have more bandwidth and opportunity to try new stuff now to find out what you truly want to do. Because what ends up happening is you get saddled into something and you're too young to have decided that this is what you want to do your whole life. And you don't have to either. And I can tell you right now that, like, you could do this at a high level with just about anything because you're genuinely a good guy. People love listening to you talk and even ramble on. You know, I think the world of you, and I think, you know, you are talented beyond the shackles of Lego is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to do this. Now, whatever you tried before, we'll talk about offline. It didn't work out and we can maybe talk about why, but, you know, too young to be calling it a career. And this is all I'm going to be. You weren't born into being what is that? A coal miner or whatever. like 7 generations of coal miners. This is all I'm going to be. That's that kind of talk. You've got so many things that you can do in front of you, and you're a hell of a salesman, and you can always find something you're passionate about and sell the shit out of it. And it doesn't have to be Lego.
I just feel like
That's
the
my
house, people are saying, and you even brought up, Sean, I mean, the whole tying down to a mortgage and like extra level of stress and everything. But like, I felt this way of just, and again, like this is like a very heavy topic in the fact of like a whole rabbit hole. But like, I mean, again, if you take my life from 0 to 19 to 20 to now, I mean, it's literally like a tug of war game where like the rope in the middle or whatever, like just like there's literally one thread left of like holding 19 and prior and 20 and over. And like the only thing there is like living like at this house still. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing. And there's like, and I'm so like distant and like, because I just know it's not reality anymore. And like, and dude, like, and 19 and prior, like, I mean, there's just obviously factually a half dozen things that just won't ever exist anymore, like such as like my mom, some of this other stuff, like just that's just like factually gone. And then there's like sure another couple dozen things that maybe were like some of my own fault that aren't there anymore. And there's obviously another dozen or two things of like out of my control things that like just naturally like, but you take that, you know, say there's 50 things of I mean it's bananas, bro, how every person I knew, everything I did, everything like I was looking forward to doing, like everything I thought I was going to do when I'm early 20s, you know, who I thought I was going to be friends with, talking to, family wise, dating wise, friends wise, like everything. The whole 19 and prior, man, like August 2020 was like the final December 2020 technically was like the final nail in the coffin, and like the last thing that's holding it together is like living at my dad's house now. And it's like I just feel like there's such a big part of me that like just needs to like cut this last thread and just like get out, bro, and just like be official. Because I'm on my own like now. Like I live with my dad, sure. You know, I love him. He's cool. I appreciate the fact he's here. Like, you know, he's done a lot for me.
I love him. He's cool. Like, yeah, your dad is cool.
Like me and him have never had like, and we both know this. Like, you know, him and I have never had like a tried and true father-son relationship. I mean, I take it a lot more of like a guardian level of it than like a true super close talk about stuff 24/7, like know everything about each other type thing. Like it's more of just like a guardian thing. And it's like, I appreciate that. You know, everything
that can be common. A lot of these things, just to jump in, a lot of these things you're describing are perfectly normal in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this is all, I mean, I'm looking at the thread. I'm thinking in my head, these are all normal things, Tyler. This, and it's not to oversimplify it, but it is life. This is, you did not do the college thing. You haven't gotten out and seen how, and it's not a knock. I didn't either. I didn't finish, but you have not gotten out and tried anything different. You've been in those walls with memories, good and bad and otherwise. I think a good half step for you. I know you want to buy the house and you want to do that. You know, I didn't get my first house till you're going to hear this story from a lot of people, but a lot of people didn't get their first house till they're like 30, 40, 50. Some people never get one ever. I think a good half step would be, and you could definitely swing that, is to get a place of your own. Start with that.
Yeah.
Bring select shit. Don't be all, keep it nearby to not do a big radical home run swing departure from what you're doing now. Still have access to your studio and all that, but get your own space and get out of those surroundings that both excite and to a degree sounds like haunt you, and rightfully so. That's what I would do. It's like a good half step. Even getting a roommate and just being around somebody different, save money, whatever. It's like, these are all, I know you said you don't want that. So
I can't do that at all, man. I don't even want to live in a hotel room with me for a night, let alone
as soon as I said it, I know, as soon as I said it, I'm like, you wouldn't even share a room for one night. So whatever. But I think you just need to get it. People are saying, and it sounds like a derogatory term like normie, but like, yeah, get out of the bubble for a minute, man. I love hearing about all the other stuff you're doing, like talking about, food items and shit like that. And I love that you go to the movies and stuff. Like, get out more, dude. That's what I would say. I get to do this. This is an outlet for me for all the other stuff that I do. That's what this is for me now, and I like it where it is, and I want to grow it and all that. But it's like I also realize that this isn't it for me, and maybe it could be something like that for you, where you're still in touch and you do this stuff to scratch that itch, but then you're going for something else.
I think I've just realized, like, more and more in the fact of, like, I just, and dude, and sure, it's just probably being extra negative, like in a night like tonight, where it's like, if I say like, oh, I don't think it, but like, I think the reality of it is like, I'll even say this much, like being around this area, because like for the longest time, they always said like, all right, like I just wanted to like move out and like stay in this area, like just for reasons or whatever, like just is what it is. Like I like the area and like a lot of
what's what you know.
But if anything, even in this area, as you and I'm bringing this up in the fact of like you kind of said like maybe you don't move too far.
I'm second guessing that now.
Because there's a couple things because like even like right now, I
second guessed it as I said it. I don't know if that's the move either. Maybe
because I feel like one of the biggest time wasters, I feel like one of the biggest time wasters that have probably been a part of my life over these past couple of years is the fact of, dude, I mean, again, the amount of I used to do it like way more like 2 years ago. Like I've kind of calmed down a little bit, but like the amount of just like driving I would do around like this 2-3 hour radius of just like and I would just do it 24/7 at night. I would like sleep in my car half the times. I would just think about stuff, listen to podcasts, and just literally be alone in the car for like 6-7 hours. And part of the reason is just the fact of literally, I mean, throughout 19 years prior, since like, I grew up in right over the border in Illinois for the first like 8 of them. And then here over like all in the same hour radius for like my entire 19 years and still do technically, but like I'm getting that like from the 19 and prior, it's like just so I would just do that. Like I was like almost addicted to it. And like luckily I was able to break a little bit of just constantly just like not being, again, like just part of that rope thing, just not letting go of the fact of like literally 80% of this 2 hour radius, like there's some sort of like memory connection, something that like I would just be able to just like sit in a parking lot of somewhere, drive past it, do this and just reminisce, think about everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, and why I'm kind of saying this is like, if I live in the same general area, if I move 30 minutes away, it's like,
might not be helpful. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not really going to be helpful, I don't think, because there's still going to be part of it where I still just feel so,
well,
where I can just
pick a spot on a map, and while you have,
I want to go Texas, man. I want to go Texas.
While you have Texas. And here's what's nice is you're able to do that, and in your heart that your dad or whatever, you can always, there is no shame in trying something and having a safety net of being able to go back if you want to, or you can take the really hard route and be like, this is it. I'm moving out. I'm going to make it work. I've got X amount of, your stash behind you is going to get you a lot of, runway. You can part with some of that. And you've got yourself a nice nest egg you've built up to invest in yourself to go try something else, man. Or you can, or again, worst comes to worst, you can go back if you need to, whatever. But this is the age to be trying shit. Okay. This is the age to do that. I took big swings and moved to, I was like, I will regret it for the rest of my life if I don't move to New York and do that. And I did it because I didn't want to regret it. I didn't have a mortgage at the time. I didn't have a wife, kids. I was like, I got to go do this New York thing. I got to know. So and I did that late. I did that in my 30s. You need to do this kind of stuff now. You're having these thoughts, go do it. And don't worry about it. And we're all connected, and everybody, you'll still have people. I mean, now is actually a much better time to do that.
Yeah.
Because you can still.
Maybe not all the way to Texas, though.
Yeah. Listen, I mean,
Hey,
I hate seeing you leave the land of. I mean,
Tyler, just come live in Ohio, bro.
Yeah, just go to Ohio, bro. Now go to
Well, Brent, that's still probably too damn close, man. I'd make the 5-hour drive at a midnight just to drive around this area again, man.
But dude, thanks for sharing that. We'll continue to solve this with, offline. But I think thanks for sharing that with everybody and how you're feeling. And I hear you, man. And I hope that was helpful to get some of that off your chest. And we're always here for you. Everybody here is, man. And I think you kind of talk through what maybe you want to start considering happening next, but don't for 1 second doubt yourself or pigeonhole yourself that this is all you can do or this is all you are, dude. You're so much bigger than that. Truly. Sorry, I'm not good at this kind of stuff, but I hope it was helpful. All right. Before we wrap, I feel weird transitioning into a plug here, but I have to. This might actually get Tyler a little hyped. And this is one of the things you enjoy because you're actually factually, as you like to say, doing something different. I love that you spent money to stay at a hotel unnecessarily, but I think, Tyler, that was part of what we're talking about. Happy times. So let's talk Brickworld. Hotel and badges are going to be on sale next Thursday right here on the ACOP channel. It will be a special broadcast just before our main show. So we're going to have back-to-back heaters, Brent, 8 o'clock. Listen to this friggin' lineup Thursday. 8 o'clock, we've got Brickworld Hotel and badges on sale with Mark, of course, the CBO of Brickworld. He'll be here on hand. Guys, I'm going to put this out there right now. You can DM me and ask how many rooms there are. I don't know. You can ask me how long do I think they're going to last. I don't know. I'll say this again, loud and clear so everybody hears me. If you're even remotely thinking about going, it is 100% risk-free to book your room. Yep. They will authorize your card, I believe, for one night stay, whatever that is, $170, $180. That will fall off in, I think, 3 to 5 business days. So even if you're booking yourself for $1,000 tab for the week or whatever, you don't have to pay that now. Don't not book it and then be upset that the rooms are gone. They will be gone. They were gone within hours last time. So if you're thinking about going, get the room secured and then cancel it and let one of your other brothers scoop it up, whatever. But I hope that's not coming off as like in any kind of way. This is just me being a friend saying like, dude, if you're thinking about doing this, like do it. And by the way, there's no plug. There's no paid reason to say this. Brickworld doesn't make anything off of the hotel. The hotel is essential to the experience. Marriott makes the money off of that. But if you want to have the best time, everybody on this panel will tell you that's where you want to stay. So get that taken care of once you get your badge, and that's it. I mean, that's the money you're out. You'll be out your badge, which, prices, all that stuff will be announced here coming soon. But we're hyped. Expect the same. There's no reason that these hotels won't sell out again. People are learning that's the key. And we're going to have a good old time next week. Tyler, is Brickworld? Is it too far off for you to be hyped for? Did you get a little tingle, or you all right?
I don't know. I gotta be frank tonight. Like, I'm just like,
yeah, you're not. This isn't even going to do it.
I'm just like,
we got to triage this,
dude. Right. Like, probably the best analogy I can put, and again, this is quite frankly how I've been since my 23rd birthday. Of like physically frozen in time, but mentally still acknowledging every second that goes by. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally probably the perfect analogy to describe my past like 8 months.
Yeah, I think Andy hit it on the head. Have you considered seeing a therapist?
I never have, because I mean, I'll just be frank. I kind of see, not to say that, I mean, they're not professionals in their job, but I don't know. I've always viewed paying someone to listen to my problems as kind of counterintuitive, since it's like they're just listening to me because I'm paying them. And it's like, really at that point, what am I gaining out of that rather than just
I mean, it's important finding the right one that can actually help you. Yeah, a lot of I can't even.
You're gonna have to kiss a few frogs, but yeah.
There's
like, dude,
different kinds.
Like, think about it, man. Like, I wish I could be paying myself $100 a friggin' hour to talk to my own self over these past 4 years. Like I have, bro, I'd be a millionaire about my own problems.
There you go. All right, guys. Brent, any closing thoughts? We got to wrap up. I got to roll.
Sorry, I've been muted. Muted.
You were melted.
Melted. Oh, we're behind on some super chats, I believe, Sean. I think we got a couple we got to hit before we go. Did we do Muttley right here? 10 euros?
Muttley.
You going or me?
No, you read it. I've talked a lot.
Muttley777 for the 10 euros says, good evening, guys, and GG. Only catching you live as the cat brought a live mouse in at 3 a.m. Holy shit, dude, your cat's going hard, bro. That's good. That's what cats are. That's what they're there to do, though. We'll catch you on replay tomorrow as I'm going back to bed. Have a great one and hit me up with the Barge Boys. Muttley, thank you so much for tuning in while your cat woke you up with that mouse. Shout out to cats. Cats are awesome. We appreciate that, Ted. We will hit you with the Barge Boys. And shout out to you for listening to us on replay. And Ostiff coming through with the 212 American dollars. Crocs was the 501st of shoes. Hey, man. I love Crocs. I love Crocs. Then he says, y'all cute. Glad to see you. Don't know what that means. But, hey, thanks, Ostiff. We appreciate that. Dan Flower coming through with the $4.99. Channel member as well. We appreciate that so much, Dan. He says, good evening, gentlemen. Hey. Good evening to you, Dan. We appreciate you.
All right, boys. Well, we got one last request for Barge Boys. It was sort of topical for a minute there. We'll play some Barge Boys, and then we will send her home.
Yeah.
Jabba's got himself a sail barge filled with figs and laying looking hot with a sexy dick. We all need dirty set to get us hype. Barge boys get us right. I used a board who didn't have a barge, but now I got one with a Jabba that's large. You take that mother effer and you saw that pit. Now take a look at the loaner I get. Barge boys, no other says matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best setup of our lives. Yeah, all sets matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys all day, all night. Barge boys best set of our lives. I won't fuck, yeah. Barge boys, no other sets matter. Show me any set and bet. Barge boys is better. Barge boys.
And with that, what a ride. You know what I mean, Brent? What a ride.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight here on A Couple of Brickheads. It was another one of those ACOB episodes. You never know what you're going to get. Reviewed the ideas sets. Shout out to CPA. He's friends with the designer. He'd probably have him on his stream. Congrats on your continued success. Looking forward to this next short. Be hitting you up for some advice. Shout out to Tyler for stopping by, being so sharing with all of us. We'll work through it, bud. Everything's cool.
It's a process.
And it's a process, man. It's like,
don't get
Trust the process.
well, question everything, but trust the process. And then, of course, huge news officially next week. Brickworld Hotel and Badges go on sale next week. It'll be the pre-show hype. 8/22 next week, 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. Shy, you're going to have to fight LA traffic to get home in time for that. For Brent, for CPA, for Tyler from Life Bricks, this is Sean the Right Way, and this has been A Couple of Brickheads. Yeah.